I've always believed that comics is a legitimate art form, and it was so frustrating being in college. Like, there are certain artists that were allowed into the curriculum and certain artists that weren't. And I would always ask them, like, when I was back in school for painting and printmaking, like, we could look at Andy Warhol, we could look at Ansel Kiefer or David Sally or somebody. But I was like, well, what about Jack Kirby? Like, can we look at Jack? Like, no, that's comic books. And then it's like, okay, well, then is it merely money? Like, do you just want to see some money? Here's Frank Frazetta, motherfucker. You happy now? But then it's like, that's not enough. There is something that's very special to comics that makes it a different art medium. The French call it the ninth, right? We already have dance, poetry, literature, music, right? Go down the line. And then eventually comics is something, it's a weird hybrid of storytelling and picture making. And I think it's its own medium. It's special. It really is.
It really is. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Good to see you guys here in the chat already as we get started here. My name is Rocky Ballesteros. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I like to call this stream the My Wednesday Comic Stream to share with you all what I pick up every Wednesday when I go to the comic book store. Wednesday is one of my favorite days of the week. Not only does it signify, hey, we're halfway through, but also new comics come out every Wednesday. And if you've collected comics at all or have gotten into that rhythm, enjoy comics. That's a pretty sacred day. And it's always cool to see what is out there, what's new. You're expecting certain things probably if you pick up regular series or books you're looking forward to. But then you also always find things that you might not be expecting. And that's half the fun, too. And then in the midst of going to a store, and I'm lucky enough to have several good stores that are within a small driving radius of myself, part of the interaction with the people that are in the store or the comic book store owners. I always love that, as opposed to just like ordering things online or reading digital comics. I'm more about that like social interaction of what people are excited about. Like in one of the stores I went to today, I went to two. The conversation was like, how was the Supergirl movie? Because some people had watched it, some people hadn't. There have been very, very sour reviews coming out. I haven't watched it myself. I kind of do want to see it in the theaters, but it hasn't been doing well. So yeah, that, just people give their opinions on that, what they think is happening, if they liked it or not. We were also, a couple of us in the store were also talking about the He-Man movie, which I did watch, that I did get to see that in the theater, and, mixed opinions on that. But anyway, that's half the fun. That's part of the fun of going to the store and meeting up with people or crossing paths with random fans of comics. And then I like to bring that back home and share that with all of you guys who are all over the country, all over the world. It's been awesome to be able to do that with you all, and so I also look forward to that. So glad that I'm able to stream today and carve out a little bit of time to meet up with you guys and hang out with you. This week was kind of a weird week, and it actually it feels like it was similar to last week, where there wasn't that many books. And I don't know if it's a distribution thing. I don't know if it's just a release schedule thing. I don't know if a lot of the big comic book companies are holding back on their big releases for later in the month, because San Diego Comic-Con is happening at the end of July. I'm not going myself, but that's always a big day for comic book fans all over the world. And they usually have huge announcements there, big launches. And so I don't know if that's why it's a little quieter these last couple of weeks in the store. So I didn't pick up that many books, but there are some cool ones that I did get today that I was looking forward to. One special order. And then also the kind of neat thing about going to local stores is they usually have these magazines here, these trade magazines. And these are the previews or solicitations, however you want to call it, of what's coming out in the next couple of months. So that's kind of fun to flip through for me. Divided into like Marvel, DC, Dark Horse has one too. IDW has one too that I look at. So it's really interesting, actually. This has been an ongoing conversation of this channel. I grew up a Marvel boy, like reading Marvel comics. Most of my favorite comics were Marvel comics, and not so much DC. But now, in this current day and age, I've flipped, and I'd say 90% of the books that I'm reading right now are from DC, and a smaller percentage, if any, are from Marvel, and then a bunch of independents. So it's kind of interesting. And as I was looking through these previews, I actually probably will we can look through some of these together today. I think it'll be kind of interesting. But looking through these two, it kind of leans definitely more towards the DC of what I'm excited for coming up in the future months. So that's kind of cool to look at. And also we got a package in the mail, perhaps sent by somebody who is in the chat, which it was unexpected. But I got this package, and I got it yesterday, but I didn't want to open it. I plan on opening that. That will be one of the first things we do here today, is open that live. I have no idea what's in there, but kind of excited. Always exciting to get random comic packages in the mail. So yeah, lots to go. And then not lastly, but I did want to mention, this is my new setup. It doesn't look so different than it used to be, but if you were used to how my background looked, sorry, I'm always like, when I look at the monitor and then I'm like, ugh, what happened to my hair? The background changed. I did some rearranging in my office the last week or so, and got this new bookcase here. So you can see, this is my favorite part. There's actually blank space now. And there's a couple shelves down here that you can't see, a couple up here that you can't really see, but there's blank space that I can start filling up with more stuff, because I was running out of room. But that did move my blinky printer light, moved over to my other setup. My toys, my Gorilla toys, they're kind of, I was debating whether or not I was going to keep them in the shot, but I do love these toys, and they have gotten a lot of notice. I feel like they need their own light, but they're still hanging out back here. So yeah, we're still working it out. It'd be kind of cool to get something visually interesting here, but I love it because it just gives me a visual cue that, oh, I got plenty more room for more comics. I sacrificed wall space or wall art for more comic space. So anyway, that's going on in the background there. And yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the horizon. So I'm really excited about it. Not only rearranging the office, but just rethinking a lot of things to do with this channel, new things that I can be doing. I'm very excited. I think I mentioned last week, there's some equipment that I have coming probably later this week that I'm going to try out to see how it can affect this channel. But anyway, lots of fun things happening, but let's see who is out there. This is the part of the show that I like to call Shooting the Fat, and it's my chance to catch up with all of you guys there in the chat. Especially this guy. Hey, Mr. Mark's Music Obsession. Wait, that just came up from the bottom. What the heck? Oh, well, we'll see. I can affect those. Wow, that's weird. This is picking up on a different... No, hold on. Sorry. I'm going to adjust this on the fly. Because... What just happened there? Hold on. Just when you think you got it all there... Mark's Music Obsession. Let me just adjust here on the fly. Okay. There. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. What happened? I don't know if I like that. Let's change that. I don't like how that pops in from the bottom. Oh, I know why that was doing it. Maybe Maybe that'll do it. One more time. There we go. Okay. What's up, Mark's Music Obsession? Okay. First in chat, Mark's Music Obsession. Always good seeing you here, my friend. One of the new things that I just, and I'll demonstrate it to you guys right now. One of the new things that I just did is I did a little clip. I was thinking about it. Some of you guys here are members of my channel. Not only subscribers, but members, which means you plunk down a couple bucks a month to support this silly YouTube adventure that we're on. And I so appreciate that. That gives you guys the little badges there on the side of your name. You can see that in the YouTube chat. And depending on how many months, I think the way it's broken up, that way that YouTube does it, it's like if you're a new subscriber, 1 month subscriber, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, your badge changes. And so Mark's Music Obsession is in that category, as well as Cranberry Langers. I know he's also here too, but I just I'm so appreciative of your guys' support, and so I wanted to do something a little special. Everybody gets these little sound cues, which is fun. All you regulars that come here, all the sound cues. But I thought the members should get something a little extra, right? So I just worked on something silly. We'll see how it flies. So Mark's Music Obsession, you were the first one in the chat. You are the first member to show up. And this will be a little clip I'll play for every time the members come in here. Check this out.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There we go. Winner, chicken dinner. I know, totally random. Just as random as Kiwi Baby. But that will be joining in our new clips here. Winner, chicken dinner. Here's another member of the channel, Cranberry Langers.
This is a cranberry, full of power.
I might be streaming today, Cranberry. But since Cranberry Langers is a member, we got to hear this one more time.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There's something about those cute baby clips. I don't know. It was just, I don't know, it randomly came in my feed and kind of went along with the baby Kiwi theme. So there you go. Winner, chicken dinner for our members here. And I appreciate you guys being here. I also appreciate Rose on Third with her new profile name.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
Rose on Third, Roman numeral 7, XII. I like the way that looks, Rose on Third. That definitely like makes it a little bit more formal. So I like it. I approve. And also Mo Biggs is in the house. How you doing, Mo Biggs?
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
Great seeing you here. And in this conversation of members and, being a member of this channel. Oh, okay. So one of the things, this is the other fun thing if you are part of this channel, if you looked in my post tab, you might have gotten a notification for this, but I put out a vote for the next emoji. So one of the things that members get to do in my channel is post, I believe we have, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 emojis. And so I saw that like, oh, now we can have 10 emojis. So I guess the more members you add in, after you hit a certain bar, you have to add more members. They'll give you another space for emoji. So I put in the community tab or post tab. I don't know what it's called on your guys' end. But in the community tab, I put a poll of what you guys thought should be the next emoji. We had discussed making it a coolickle. It's just part of the when these things come out of my mouth, I'm like, how do I even explain that to somebody who is new to this channel? But coolickles, just go back and watch previous streams to get the context. But I put 3 different versions of the coolickles to vote on, and overwhelmingly option 3 won, which looks like this guy. This is the winner of the new emoji that will go into for members, which I actually love this one too. It's like Kool-Aid and pickles right there. I mean, so, but I found out that all of a sudden, I don't know why, but it like pulled the rug out from under me and I'm not allowed to have another emoji yet. I think it asked, let me look at it now. I think it said I have to have, goodness gracious. I had to get, see all members, okay. And then badges and emojis. So this is what YouTube does. It totally strings you along. So it says 7 more members are needed to unlock that 10th. So I was totally bamboozled. I thought it was like, it's good. We hit 700 and I thought pushing over 700, but it's not subscribers, it's members. So now I need 7 more members. So we can't even use this wonderful emoji until we get 7 more members. However, take this, YouTube. Now we're in July and I can gift 5 more memberships, which is awesome. So we'll be that closer, or that much closer, to getting the 7 that are required. So I'm going to do that right now. And maybe, just maybe, Mo Biggs, our friend Mo Biggs, will get some. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, send 5 now. So here we go. For as a YouTube creator, I get 10 free gift memberships a month. They let me send them out 5 at a time. So I'm going to send right now 5 gift memberships. And we'll see where they land, but that'll get us, we'll be 2 away from getting the extra emoji. So hopefully that works. Wait, hang on a second. I see some shenanigans just happening before I even do any of this. Cranberry Landers gifted 5 memberships. He's beating me to the punch. And who is there? Cranberry Landers, let me give you this. So many clips now. Thank you so much, Cranberry Landers, for gifting 5 memberships. That means if you give 5, I give 5. We can do the emoji. So, but let's get the 5 out of the way first. I just realized that Kulikal was just hanging out the whole time. But thank you so much, Cranberry Landers, for giving those gift memberships. Adversary 00 got one. Jeremy Burt's art. Amanda B. Moner Lane. And Headless Bourgeoisie all got gift memberships. None for Mo Biggs. Emo Trash says Cran failed the draw. What's up, Emo? Awesome seeing you here. You've been MIA for a little bit, but I'm glad you're here right now. Mo Big says, at least I know 3 out of 5 of them. Okay, here's my turn. My turn to send 5. Let's see. Here we go. Can we do it? What is the roulette here, YouTube? I think last time I did this, YouTube gypped me. And we failed. We failed you, Mo Biggs. Waylam 3 got one. Tank Ferret. We do know Tank Ferret. Mike McMahon art. PH Joy. And Mechanoid. Mo Biggs. Well, I recognize Tank and Mike. There you go. 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, 5 out of 10. Hashtag justice for Mo. we gotta throw one of these out there. Oh my gosh. Well, we tried, darn it. We double tried today. Let me just see now, though. I'm very curious if it's opening up, if the emojis open up, or if it's going to... maybe it might need to take a second, because we technically have... See, as you gain more members, you can upload, share... 7 more members needed. Maybe it'll take a minute. So we'll check in a little later to see. I would love to upload that emoji immediately, but I don't know. It just feels like YouTube's like yanking my chain a little bit. Okay, wait. Now I'm lost. Totally lost in all the YouTube chatter. Let's see. I'm seeing my own chats. YouTube acts more sus than my Discord, Mo. Rose on Third says. If it's about money, Frazetta. Colin Ford, did you just call us? I love that clip of Paul Pope. He's like so passionate about it and so true too. I agree with what he says. Like, I think that's part of this mission, if you want to call it that I want to be a part of and that I want to build out with this channel. And the things I do on this channel is really elevating comics, giving it its rightful place as an art form, a storytelling art form, that it just doesn't or rarely gets the credit it does, at least in American audiences. So, yeah, Paul Pope, man, that guy's like has been waving that flag for a long time and proving it with his work too. So it's really great. Mobig says, what I appreciate about ordering books online as opposed to at a local comic book store is that computers don't have BO. That's why you got to go to stores that are like have good ventilation. You know, those tight quartered hoarder like shops. I mean, I love them, but yeah, I don't like feeling like the shop owners or the people working there are like looking over my shoulder or just, watching my every move. I like to be given the space to just wander and browse as and when I please. That includes the smells too. Cool jackpot having all the comic book shops near you. Yes, it's a privilege for sure. Rose on Third says, I'm just behind the times with Warner Brothers' The Sandman. She was talking about that on Discord, just about how her starting watching that show, the Netflix show and that. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of it. I haven't read all the Sandman comics, but I've read a good chunk of them, especially back in the 90s. I was reading more than I had a good friend of mine who she was really into Neil Gaiman and The Sandman, and she was the one who introduced me to a lot of those books. So they're great stories, and they did some things well. Again, with the episodes that I watched, they did some things well, but there were some casting issues that I was like, oh, that's way off of what I was expecting for Sandman. So I should go back and finish that series. But if you do finish that series and then you want to start reading the books, Rose on Third, that's going to be awesome because there's so many Sandman books out there, and there's death, there's so many different characters, and obviously Sandman himself. But yeah, a lot of great stuff in there. Rose on Third said, I enjoyed the one con I went to. Which con was that? Do tell. There's Emo Trash. Great seeing you, Emo Trash. They should publish Trade Magazine, the comic. That also came out today. We're going to flip through that too. Comics, the magazine, issue 5 came out today. That's part of the, there's definitely a place for these trade magazines, monthly publications. I enjoy them. I love just learning about what's going on. I flipped on Marvel around 2011. That was a while. That's 15 years ago, Cranberry Landers. I was reading Marvel for a while. It's just been recently, last maybe 3 or 4 years, that I started reading DC way more than Marvel. But nothing can beat these old Marvel stories. I have many of them, and I flip through them just randomly. Like, I've been reading some of the Mutant Massacre again. This is the stuff that I grew up in. These are the stories that, like, shaped my childhood. So I heard somebody describe it as like a soap opera, and it sounds kind of like, what? That's not a soap opera, but the way that the characters developed and just all the twists and turns and the growth and the evolution of these characters, it is kind of like a soap opera, just with like mutant powers and like weird names. Emo Trash is here. That's awesome. Did someone send a care package to Pig Feeder Lady? No. Mark's Music Obsession thinks we should. The only anomaly I've got is that Dad's mom passed on the 21st. Oh, sorry to hear that, Emo Trash. Cranberry says, who'd send Rocky anything? No one good. That's who. Definitely no one good. If it's a jar of Coolicles with a file in it, that's from me. If I ever get arrested and sent to prison, that is how I'm going to get out. Somebody's going to send me a file hidden in a Coolicle jar. I shouldn't have eaten that big of a piece of cookie. Cranberry says, I like your setup, Rocky. Thank you, Cranberry. Sorry, that's disgusting. It's a very powdery cookie I just put in my mouth. Last week was long for a couple of reasons. That's tough. Hope you're okay, Emo. Hope everybody's handling the loss. Rose on Third would send Rocky a crown. I don't know what I would do with that. Would I wear a crown during the stream? Girl is having a reunion with her past fam and with the Lord. Yeah, that's tough. She's probably living it up. Is this the grandma that you were living with, Emo? Oh my goodness. That's tough. I hope you're okay. Luckily, Rocky is powerless to gatekeep her from heaven the way he does to me. That's not fair. You can never say I didn't try, Mo Biggs. We've tried. We've tried multiple times. It's probably the hardest on her surviving husband, Emo Trash says. Well, take care of yourself and definitely spend the time with family. I hate that, like, funerals and when people get sick and all that, that's the time that, like, family, like, you know, you realize the value of family. You realize how little time we have here together. So, yeah, I'm just really sorry to hear that, Emo Trash. If I ever do get one, I'm going to be so behind on badges. Mopig says. Okay, let's see. How cute. Was that the winner? Was that the reaction to the winner chicken dinner? Let's see. It could be. It only seemed to happen on a few channels, Mobig says. Cranberry says, that makes me want chicken and Chinese. Chinese? Why Chinese? Rocky is hoarding all the winner pork dinners for himself, if you know what I mean. I needed that. Doesn't surpass the Kiwi Baby, Emo Trash says. That's okay. It doesn't need to. Kiwi Baby's pretty special. Pretty special. But, you know, winner chicken.
Winner, chicken dinner. Wah!
I went with 12. Oh. Did I say something? I said Rose on Third 7. My Roman numerals are not good. Emo Trash says, I keep forgetting about the Coolicles. How could you forget about the Coolicles? Oh, making it? You can make it? You haven't made it yet? What? Coop the Colicle. Coo the Colicle. You could get rid of the Wednesday emojis since you barely ever stream. That's not true. It's Wednesday right now. Happy July 1st, everyone. What are you guys' July 4th plans? Anything? I don't even know what I'm doing. My wife was like, do you want to host? And I'm like, do I? That means I have to grill. I mean, I like grilling, but we'll see. Okay, getting to the memberships now. Excuse me. People saying they recognize some of these. Coolicle baby. Okay, here's the memberships I gave. Okay, catching up now. Emo Trash was busy every night last week. I don't think I streamed at all last night. I mean, at night last week, did I? I think it was all during the day. Can you get the new emoji yet? No. Slam in the Coolicle? I can't. Well, let's check. That would be so sweet if I could. Oh, emojis. No, it's not letting me yet. I think it'll take a time. I will be the first to let you guys know when the Coolicles are live. Pour a Coolicle in the chat for my broken dreams. Central Comics Official is here. What's up, Central Comics Official? How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. I hate when people claim he named the book Sandman because they put you to sleep. It's true, but mean. Todd Habercorn was in attendance. Who's Todd Habercorn? I don't even know who that is. Is that like a celebrity? Now I gotta look it up. Oh, he's a voice actor for anime. Oh, Mo's favorite subject. Soul Eater. That's the only one I recognize out of the voices that he's done. Interesting. That's cool. Yeah, I never had I've never met any... I'm trying to think. I've never gone to cons to meet like voice actors, but I know they're hugely popular at conventions. And I think that there's one actress, I believe she used to be on Battlestar Galactica. She was an actress on Battlestar Galactica, and I think she kind of reps like most actors and their con appearances. So she like barters their rates or whatever, their availability for cons. I am pretty sure it's like one actress that does like almost all of the voice actors out there. I don't know if anyone remembers B-Rose's channel, but Rocky's loud chewing and lip smacking in the microphone is sorry. Emo Tress said, nope, Grandma's still upstairs. Okay, got that wrong. We don't want to speed up her time here on Earth, so glad Grandma's still around. I missed that. I knew a lady who was really interested in Sandman. Sorry. Jeffrey Beats in the house. Good day, all working, so I'm just listening in. That's great, Jeffrey Beats.
10% bogan, 50% bogan, 100% bogan.
How are you doing? It's a lot of World Cup information or matches heating up out there. Are you still plugged into that World Cup stuff? Marshmallow High. What? That's so random. Rose on Third says, I'm trying not to burn in our heat wave. There's a lot of places in the country or in the world that are dealing with a crazy heat wave right now. Fortunately, I am not where I'm living. What is it right now? You guys are going to hate me. 65 degrees. It's pretty perfect right now. So I'm excited about this July 4th weekend. Although it's It's a known fact that on July 4th, it's usually really foggy here. And so the fireworks we don't really get a great fireworks display because it's just them getting shot up into the fog. And then you just kind of see the like ambient light as opposed to like the cool explosion. Although I did hear that they are going to launch fireworks off of the Golden Gate Bridge this year because it's our 250th celebration as a country. So I guess they're doing it big. But the other thing I heard was I think they're going to close off the Golden Gate Bridge and so people can walk on it, which sounds kind of crazy. I don't know. Hopefully they have good crowd control. I myself will not be going. I don't like those kind of things. I like to watch fireworks from a distance or on TV. I don't like to be like shoved. I don't like to be waiting for hours on end just to sit in the grass and wait for like a 10-minute show. Like that's not me. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Hello, hello.
How do you say monkey in French?
How are you? He's a voice actor. Got it. Watching this YouTube channel has changed my life. I wake up every morning and think, what percentage bogan am I? It's a wake-up call to fix your life and go exercise. Hey, whatever we can do, Jeffrey Beats, whatever we can do. I was just trying to find the word bogan in an audio clip. Come to find out it affects your life. So that's awesome. Because he looks like an oriental baby digging through what looks like takeout. Plus, I don't usually like fried chicken, but I prefer chicken when it's Chinese takeout. Cranberry Landers? What are you talking about? That baby is not... First of all, we don't call people Orientals. Okay? Orientals are for rugs, not people. And he's not digging through a Chinese takeout. It's like a KFC box or something. I don't know. Let's take a look.
Dinner, dinner, chicken dinner. Whoa.
That is not a Chinese takeout box. Voice for who from Soul Eater? I don't know, Emo Trash. Rose on Third can tell you. He's Death the Kid, Emo. You should decrease the order of bogan percentages for Jeffrey Cliff so it sounds like he's making... That would be awesome. That would take a lot of effort, but that would be amazing. So, yeah, I wish I could. Soul Easter is the Easter-related spin-off of Soul Eater. Heavily features Easter eggs. That's pretty good. B-Rose once had a DBZ voice actress as a guest on his channel. He ignored the chat that day. Huh, that's cool. Girly met Death the Kid. I guess that's a big deal, huh? Bro does not give off the same vibes Kid does, though. He's Ntsu from Fairy Tale as well. This is a world that I am just not familiar with at all. I love World Cup. Go Australia. We're coming up to another rematch against USA. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it. USA. Come on, USA. A lot of people are loving it. There's a lot of excitement here. I've just watched like clips. I haven't watched like whole matches, but it seems to be going really well. I can imagine them, building on this momentum of the World Cup here because it seems like the response has been really positive for American standards, mind you. Rocky may not have appreciated your marshmallow high, but the rest of us appreciate and welcome your mellowship. Thanks, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Rose on Third says he was a nice guy. He signed a drawing mine. That's awesome. That's always nice when either actors or artists like take the time to be really nice. It goes a long way for fans. And I'm always like shocked at like people who go to these cons and attend these cons as professionals and then they have such an attitude or they're not happy being there. I'm always surprised. I'm like, what did you think? Like, that's the whole point of being at a con is to meet your fans. And there's a lot of people that spent a lot of money and waited in a long line to say hello. So it doesn't take that much to be nice. Oh, As you gain more meta. Add another emoji. Okay, hang on, you guys. Let me get this all situated so that we can do this live. This would be awesome. Okay, give me 1 second. So it just switched on me. This YouTube creator studio thing, blah, blah, blah. It just switched on me that I can add the other emoji. So let me just make sure I got the right one here. Because I think I can't... Yes. Share. Download. That's what I messed up. And that. And this one. And done. And download that guy. Okay, let's see. Then where do I put this guy? Okay, close this window. This could be exciting if it works. I'm gonna name him Kulikal. I'm gonna upload. All right, let's see. Okay, you guys, I published it. Let me know if you can see the Kulikal emoji as an option. Please drop it. For those of you who are members, winner, winner, chicken dinner, please drop it in the chat if you can use that emoji now, because it supposedly is up there, I think. Right? Can I see it? YouTube. Well, yes! I just saw it. Mark's Music Obsession just posted it in the chat. Well, it doesn't show up here on Ecamm, but you can see it in the YouTube chat. There it is. That looks great. That turned out cool. Very cool. Kulikal's in the chat for old Mo. There we go. It worked. How about that? Is that incentive enough to become a member here? Come on. $2 for Kulikals. I'm so glad that works. All right, awesome. I'm glad we got to do that. That's great. Okay, almost caught up here in chat. Walking on the Golden Gate Bridge, what could possibly go wrong? I think they did that once for another celebration. One of my friends was telling me, who's lived in San Francisco longer than I have. And he said the bridge kind of buckled when they had that many people, which is a little frightening. So hopefully they have some sort of crowd control. I don't know. That would be the worst kind of disaster to happen. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I can see that going quickly. All right. Yeah. Right. You and me both. Fireworks show in my hometown lasted like 30 minutes. That's awesome. Usually the ones I've gone to are not that long, and they're not that impressive either. At least not to wait in line for hours on end. So yeah, hopefully you guys have good celebrations to go to. I love July 4th. It's a fun kind of season of good weather, good food, outdoors, celebrating our country. It's awesome. Gold Gate still getting painted. That's the rumor. I wish we could go back to calling people Orientals. It sounds so exotic. It makes every day into a kung fu adventure. I need to be less bogan. I didn't say Orientals. I said Oriental. Plus, the guy is saying winner, winner, chicken dinner with Chinese or Japanese music playing in the background. What? That music does not sound Chinese or Japanese. Cranberry. Oh my goodness. My mantra is be not the bogan. Okay. You need a gong sound effect to play when Cranberry is sharing his feelings about... I do. I'm going to write that down. That's actually pretty good. Why not, right? We need an Oriental gong. I'll find one. Don't worry. Why not be bogan? Rose on Third is asking. I'll let Jeffrey Beats fill you in on that. I recommend Sakamoto Days if you're down with assassinations and the power of BS. It's on Netflix, I think. Okay. I'm going to keep pushing Oriental until it comes back into popular usage. It's a cooler term for people from the Orient anyways. All right, you do that, Cranberry. You do you. I never thought of India as Asian anyways. They're their own thing. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. I mean, though, I categorize them as Asian. Yeah, I don't know. There's so many categories these days, right? It's just like, just Oriental's fine. Using Asian is basically enabling the UK to incorrectly group Indians with Orientals. Yes. Oh, boy. Part of Russia being in Europe, part of Asia. Yes, that's all confusing. Far Eastern? Far Eastern? I don't know. Might be a fair compromise. I don't know. But then are there people that we categorize as Eastern? Near Eastern? Not really. I don't know. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Coolicles in the chat. Oh, yeah, we got that. We got that. Jeffrey Beats. Got it. Coolicles. Where's Mr. Blinky? He moved. Remember? You saw him last stream. He moved this way. He moved far east in my office. He ain't here. Depends on who you ask, Cranberry Landers. Rocky is starting to remind me of the Paperboy in Better Off Dead, the way he's tracking us down for $2. I never saw Better Off Dead. So, should I go watch that? Will that get me $2? Michael Bancroft's here. Bancroft. All sorts of...
That's a knife. That's a knife.
All sorts of things happening right now, Bancroft, that you missed. Number one, since Bancroft is a member, he gets this.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Whoa.
That's my new clip for members of this channel. I thought they needed a little bit of a little distinguishing shout out in the chat. However, now the debate, Cranberry believes that that's a Oriental baby digging, I gotta watch myself here, digging in some Chinese boxes for fried chicken with Chinese and Japanese music playing in the background. That's exactly what it is, Cranberry. Actually, you nailed it on the head. It's great seeing Bancroft here. I'm fine with the Orientals. My old dog, however. Your old dog? What old dog? Is Oriental? What am I filling in on? The bogans. Bogans. What a bogan is and why you don't want to be one. Bogan is different from bangers, though. Yes. Is it just stalled for me? The chat or the can you not post a cool lickle, Cranberry? Mark got it. There's the Middle East. Oh, that's true. Middle East, Far Eastern. All right, that's fair. Mid Eastern, Midwestern. We're getting so confused here. Why not Far East? We have the Middle East. There you go. Emo Trash is saying yes. Mr. Blinky, not Oriental. I'd say yes to watching Better Off Dead, but it's not a must watch. I've heard it's good. I just haven't gotten around to watching it. You know what I'm watching now? I just recently borrowed, or just recently started, rewatched, is Pulp Fiction. That movie's so good. There's all sorts of like inappropriate phrases being shot around, or like categories in there that I don't even know how that movie, if it came out today, I don't even know how it would fly. There'd be way more like protests on that movie, but it's so good. That movie's so good. I want to do like film studies on that movie, composition studies and color studies. Really great movie. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. But yeah, I've heard Better Off Dead is good. Oriental is specifically Chinese, Mongolian, Korean, Japanese, not Indonesian, Thai, Malay. Or Filipino, also, I'm assuming, is in that latter category. Oriental specific. I don't know. I don't. I'm trying to think, like, if I know other people that like categorize others as Oriental. I know you're kind of making that distinction there, but like if we say, hey, those, they're Oriental. I haven't used that term ever, I don't think. We need an AI version where the Oriental baby is using chopsticks. Gosh. And like wearing a hat. Like a triangle hat. Oh, he could be digging in this is a good point. Fair point, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. He could be digging in a Jollibee box. Jollibee has some, excuse me, excellent fried chicken. Rocky isn't aware of the lore of Bancroft training his dog to attack Asians. Oh, no, I'm not. Georgie had a problem with the Chinese. Oh my goodness. I have heard stories, not from Bancroft, but from others, of racist animals. It's pretty amazing. How dare Bancroft provide actually good information? I'm not saying you're just doubling down on this. I'm not saying the baby's eating Chinese food. It's just that he looks like he's eating takeout and fried chicken. But since I don't like fried chicken, my brain goes with the music to Chinese food. You do you, Cranberry. Be careful, there are 2 movies named Better Off Dead. You want the John Cusack? Okay, yes, I do know. The one people have told me about are John Cusack, who I think he's getting into comics. I think he just recently, somebody check me on this, I think he just recently released a graphic novel or something like that, which is awesome. I don't know anything about it, but it's awesome that he did that. I've pitched solo leveling to Rocky before he'll bite eventually. Yeah, just keep the recommendations coming. I love it, you guys. I still have to start Widow's Peak. Is that right? Mo Biggs. Everybody's been raving about that. I just haven't had the time to sit down to commit to a series or watch it. And a lot of my evenings are getting swallowed up by work because I'm a night owl like that. So I don't have enough time to like sit down and watch a show. If I wasn't streaming, maybe I'd have time to watch a show. But yeah. Because when I got takeout, I don't usually like fried chicken, but I do like Chinese or Japanese chicken. Specifically General Tso's chicken, which is not a real Chinese dish, honestly, Cranberry Landers, and teriyaki chicken. All right. General Tso's chicken is very good, but it's totally a gringo invention. Just checked here. We got 11 people watching on YouTube and 3 people watching on X, or 3 views on X or whatever. That's awesome. Welcome everybody here. We'll get to comics eventually, but we just got to get through all this like Oriental chicken stuff. Hang on, I got to also respond to this text message from one of my kids. Okay, let's see. Bangers gets better intro than me. How much bogan are you, Bangers? What are we supposed to call Thai and Malay people? Oriental Junior? We are all Polynesian, I guess. Southeasties? This is getting crazy. I actually like Southeasties. I've heard Pacific Islanders, I've heard, for some of those categories. Southeasties. I don't know. I like the new racial direction this channel is heading in. I don't. I've never been to Jollibee, Cranberry. That might be a like merging of your worlds right there. Of your winter chicken dinner worlds is You've got Filipino fried chicken, and Filipino food is already kind of a mixture of a bunch of different cultures. That whole country, the Philippines, is like the mutt of Asia, is how I've heard it described before, and I can say that because I am Filipino myself. But there's just a mixture of cultures there. So they sell hamburgers, Jollibee does, but they'll put like a wedge of pineapple on it, not just like pineapple chunks, like a wedge of like the canned pineapple, like the circle donut, on your burger. Their spaghetti there is like sweet spaghetti. They use their special sugary kind of spaghetti sauce that's common in Filipino food. Sometimes they'll even put hot dogs in there, I think. It's crazy, but it's really yummy. I think you should go, Cranberry, because it's got that fried chicken oriental. I don't know. It's good, though. It's really good. It's really enjoyable. Michael Bancroft is claiming 40% Bogan out of 100. Why is Bogan undesirable? Jeffrey Beats says you can't be totally posh. It all depends on who you ask and the percentage of Bogan they are, I think. Posh is the opposite of Bogan. Who wants to be posh? Posh sounds so stuffy. Bogan sounds more fun. Bogan is basically the Australian equivalent to redneck, leaning towards white trash. So if you're posh, you would not want to be called Bogan. Solo leveling is recommended by Cranberry. Awesome. Prefer the comics. Okay. I'll have to look it up. You don't want to be fully one way or the other. I work in a cushy office, but I have lunch down in the warehouse. You've got to have balance. Bogan is like a working class Aussie. That sounds cool. That sounds fine. Imagine if Cran actually liked fried chicken. It would go a long way in the Stop Asian Hate movement. And that sounds perfect, Emo Trash. After all this talk, she's like, I'm going to get some Chinese food. You don't want to be as a feral Bogan. That, for some odd reason, that makes me think of like, what was the name of that kid? That like caveman kid in Land of the Lost. You guys know what I'm talking about? He was like their sidekick, but he was like a cave kid. That's what I think of when you say feral Bogan. Either way, I order General Tso's from Chinese places, not American diners. Okay, I get that. Rednecks are getting more recognition these days. Rose on Third says Pacific Islanders should be called Packlanders. Packlanders. Yeah. I prefer chicken strips, chicken nuggets, rather than straight fried chicken. Why? Like the bone? You just don't like the bone? If you like chicken strips and chicken nuggets, it's just, you're talking about bone then. I feel slightly ashamed as an American that I'm less enthused about fried chicken, honestly. It's okay, Cranberry. There's other things that you should feel ashamed of other than not liking fried chicken. Packies is already kind of taken. Packies. Ugh. Filipino food is generally delicious, so that means nothing. Anything Filipino is starting off cheating anyways. What does that mean? What do you mean cheating? It's I went to this amazing Filipino food place. It's actually out of a gas station, which is very Filipino. I think Filipinos would be categorized. I'm losing my mind here. I think Filipinos could be easily slip into that Bogan category if I were to think about it. Jeffrey Beats. You've got some posh Filipinos, but I'd say the good majority of us could kind of fall into that Bogan territory. Anyway, this restaurant is in it's built out of a gas station. I just found it recently. It got Instagram famous. And I love discovering new places to eat and stuff like that. So I went there, and man, they had some good food. They had this killer like empanada. It was about this big. And then they have this special vinegar sauce that they give to dip in it. and the filling was like papaya, but not sweet. It was like shredded papaya and this like pork. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Really, really good. If anybody's in the Bay Area and they want a recommendation of Filipino food, let me know and I will give you the link to that place because it was incredible. Popeyes or KFC? Ooh, that's a good one. Popeyes or KFC? I'm going to make a poll out of that. Good thing there wasn't a lot of comics today, guys, because I just say favorite fried chicken. Yeah, good thing there wasn't a lot of comics because we're totally off the rail. We're officially off the rails. All right, our first poll of the day was live in the chat. Popeyes or KFC? Very different, and that is a legit debate. Chaka, yes, that character. That's what I think of Farrell Bogan. Is Farrell Bogan the Aussie equivalent of a hillbilly? We need that, like, we need a banjo clip. Ding, 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 ding. Shaka, thank you guys. You guys know. So, Husos people like in the series are 100% Bogan, I assume. Husos people. I hated that character in Land of the Lost. Yeah, me too. He was like, you know, that other character in, I think it was wasn't it Battlestar Galactica? The robot guy, Beady Beady. Like, they always had these side characters that either they were always chasing the aura of R2-D2, like the best side character in all of mythology or all storytelling. This is incredible companion that like helps you out. And so we always had these crazy in the 80s and 90s, these crazy extra side like Orko and He-Man and everybody. There's always a side character. Yes. Chaka, I think it was Chaka, right? And I hated that character too. A young Bancroft was once seduced by a female Farrell Bogan. Okay, that's Bush Pig. Ooh, that sounds painful. Seduced is one way to put it. Repulsed is another. Fried chicken is usually too greasy for me. Depends on what kind you get. Let's look at our poll right now. It's tied. 6 votes. I don't believe you guys. 50% Popeyes, 50% KFC. Actually, Popeyes has some great side dishes. I think I like the side dishes better at Popeyes than I do at KFC. Timmy Mello's in the house. What's up, Timmy Mello?
And the Guardians are headed to October.
Timmy Mello, I'm sure you are aware of all the like sports buzz going on right now, considering it one of the biggest news like buzz in sports news has to deal with your Ohio native, Mr. LeBron James. Yeah, there's some crazy sports rumors going on around now. Like it's because the trade has opened up in NBA, and so a lot of trade rumors. People are getting traded, and LeBron James is not going back to the LA Lakers. So people are speculating where he might land. And also, Timmy Mello, oh, you left chat last stream. I'm glad I remembered it. But guess who I ran into with my son at I'll give you a hint, at a Korean supermarket. Guess who I ran into? Somebody in sports. We'll just say he was sucked into a black hole. Oh, and Timmy Mello is also a member here. Timmy Mello, couple things for you. One, here's my new member clip, and you deserve it.
Dinner, chicken dinner. Whoa.
So thank you for being a member here on YouTube. I really appreciate your support and just your contribution to chat. Love it having you here. You keep us Not 100% full nerd, because you add the sports talk in there for me. I appreciate that. Not that you can't not be a nerd and like sports too. I mean, whatever. And I was going to say something else, and I just totally blanked out. Oh, and because you're a member here, there's a new emoji. I was able to upload the coolical emoji, which people voted on. Here, I just posted it in chat there. Check it out. You can use that in the chat. This fun coolical emoji. Timmy Mello, you nailed it. Totally nailed it. That's right. He was just sitting there. We were at this Korean market. They had like a food court there. He was just sitting there eating with his family, and I was like, my son spotted him first. He was like, Papa, come here. It's Jungkook. And I'm like, is it really? Because I was standing in line. And then I walked over there and like, oh my gosh, it's Jungkook. So yeah, nobody was going up to him. Nobody's talking about this guy. Those of you who don't know, he is one of our stars on our team, and our team is sucking right now on our baseball team. But he is definitely one of the bright spots of this season, and he is the most famous Korean baseball player, I'd say, in the MLB right now. And he was imported here from Korea. He was a superstar in Korea, and he broke into American baseball. And he's awesome. He's doing really, really good this year. And we signed him for a lot of money a couple years ago. So yeah, he was just chilling. It was awesome. Got to take a picture with him. Okay. Wait. The poll says 68 votes, 62% KFC, 38% Popeyes. KFC won. Dang. How about that? I can see KFC definitely has more market share than Popeyes does. So feral bogans are basically trashy. When you shred papaya, it loses all sweetness. Rocky. I guess. I don't know. It's just this interesting texture in the empanada. Because usually with empanadas, when I eat like Spanish empanadas, it's mostly like ground beef. Sometimes they're sweet, but they're mostly like kind of a stewy meat inside, like a ground stewy meat. This one had just this interesting, it was almost like noodle texture with the meat mixed in. Oh, it was so good. And the thing that took it over the top was the crispiness on, if there's a culture that knows how to fry things and probably leads the world in like gout and cholesterol, it's Filipinos. But they fried it so good. It's like incredibly crispy. If I go there again soon, I will film myself eating an empanada for you guys, because it's so good. And then yeah, just the filling was just like jam packed, and then they got the saucy dip into it. It's amazing. Mark's Music Obsession voted for Popeyes. If we're talking original recipe, KFC, otherwise Popeyes. Yeah, original recipe is the way to go. Bogans need mullets and eat fast food while wearing sunnies and a woolly jacket. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says Chick-fil-A, but Chick-fil-A is like, I always equate their chicken sandwiches as opposed to just like fried chicken. It's cheating. That's like saying, hey, Cranberry, if you don't like steak, go to this 5-star Michelin steak restaurant. This video is a great parody. It's about feral bogans. Oh, awesome. We're going to have to watch that later. Zaxby's. I've never even had that. Popeyes is overrated for cranberry ranchers. Well, KFC won. I'm going to start a part in your Discord explaining bogans. Nice. Their own category. Land of the Lost usually went, as its characters did, downhill after the epic theme song. That show used to freak me out as a kid because of the slee stacks or whatever those characters were called, and the noise that they would make, the like hissing noise. Freaked me out. Raising Cane's, but watch out 20 minutes later. Raising Cane's is actually really good. I like Raising Cane's. We have a couple locations near us. What is that? Thai. Oh, Thai. Nice. Chaka. Okay. We like our poles the way Rocky likes his pig feeder ladies. All tied. That goes deep. We don't have Popeyes, so it has to be Kufacha for me. Oh, is that what you call KFC? Kufacha? Nice. Popeyes kind of has their origin in... I think KFC is more like Midwest, right? Kentucky. But Popeyes has its origins more, as far as I understand, in the South. So their side dishes, they've got like a really good like rice and beans and what's the other side that they have that I like? Rice and beans is one of my favorite there. It's like a little bit of, there's a little bit of spice in it, which KFC doesn't have. Their side dishes, I'll say I like better. Worth the price, yes. Chinese is acquired, nice. I accept macas, but kufachas is a bridge too far. Baseball, drama and injuries, basketball drama. Yes, there is a lot of drama in basketball. I'm not the only one asking. LeBron finally came out. Oh, man. We got a shrimp lo mein and beef and broccoli for me. Yeah, you got. There we go. I don't make the rules, but here, if your name is too short, we must make it longer. So, like, how many syllables is too short? Neat new bumper and emoji. Yes, yes. I've known nerds who like sports. They were just nerds about it, sitting on the sidelines and tracking stats. That doesn't describe me at all. Just if you like, just like if your name is too long, we must shorten it. Oh, you guys are so pushy, you Australians. Yes. I don't even call KFC by the acronym. It's either Kentucky Fried or the Colonel to me. The Colonel. We're going to go get some chicken from the Colonel, I guess. Way back when in my career, I worked on some KFC commercials where they had like an animated Colonel. I got to work on some of those. That was kind of fun. Did you do the creepy walking up and disturbing his privacy thing? Oh, yes, kind of. I mean, well, I got my son to do it because he's younger than I am, and I'm like, it would look weird if somebody my age went up to him. So my son just went up, and all he had to do was like kind of gesture like hi, and then Jung Hoo Lee just got up. Like he knew we wanted to take a picture with him, so he was pleasant. He didn't seem annoyed, but also English isn't his first language, so I don't know what he was thinking. But it was nice of him to just stand up and like take a picture with us. It was really sweet. Korean cheerleaders. Yes. Didn't I tell you guys when I went to Korea, I got to go to a Korean baseball game there? Did I ever show you guys a clip of that? And it was awesome. They have Korean cheerleaders and they're like, they got chants and stuff. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Dad used to call it the Colonels too. Yes. Secret recipe. Yes. Empanadas are delicious. They're amazing. 11 herbs and spices for KFC. My boy Colonel cracks crack with 13 secret herbs and spices. Dang. No, I won't chew my food. Well, I just did it, but I won't do it for the empanadas. Well, I don't know. They're so crispy. Maybe. Stop talking about Filipino food, Rocky. I know. I'm hungry now. No, as you guys know, I'm kind of gun shy with watching stuff on, because it seems like YouTube just will not even give me a little bit of an inch as far as watching videos. It'll be like, oh, you played something, even if I play it short amount or turn off the audio or whatever. It's just all over the tracking. So I'm really gun shy about doing it now. KFC is falling out of their prime. Their chicken is becoming kind of rubbery. They never should have done away with the barbecue dipped chicken back when it was higher quality. I mean, they ever quality chicken? Okay. Let's see. Slee Stack sweepstakes. Popeyes has Louisiana voodoo sorcery chicken, especially the sandwiches, but their witch chicken does feel cleaner. That's right. From the Bayou. Popeyes and Cane's are both from Louisiana. That's right. That is right. I believe I don't know about the owners of Popeyes, but I believe the owners of Cane's went to LSU. Okay, who's ordering 150 pieces of chicken legs, breast, wings? That's a lot of chicken. The KFC bucket was invented by Wendy's founder Dave Thomas. No kidding. I love their mashed potatoes and I don't like the mashed potatoes and gravy at all, or the coleslaw at KFC. It's just all like, yeah, the texture is just, yeah. I had KFC earlier this month because my church usually gets catering from them because it's close. That's good. KFC is great for like July 4th, picnics. Oh, anytime anybody brought KFC. It's like KFC and Taco Bell. I don't really like going to those places like for a meal. But if somebody brings it to a picnic or a lunch gathering or something, get out of the way. Did you work on the Crisis of Infinite Kernels promotion? No. Okay, you guys are so chatty. Use the children as a good father should. I did. I've been watching a lot of Korean stuff lately. Nice. Not Oriental stuff, Cranberry. I really got to catch an NPB baseball game if I ever get to visit Japan. Do it, Timmy Mello. It's unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's like going to a rock concert or a K-pop concert on top of a baseball game. The fandom is like, you think you have fans here? The fandom at least, and I'm assuming Japan is like Korea, but the fandom there is off the charts. It's really amazing. Should we DoorDash some Filipino food to your house? That would be awesome. Are you bumping your mic often, Rocky? Keep getting the booms in the subwoofer. Maybe. Sorry. You prefer the textures? Ugh. Kane's owner still lives by the US LSU campus and donated a nice dog park in Baton Rouge, among other things. Awesome. Yeah, LSU, I think somebody told me that Kane's was like his, something he did while he was still in LSU, or maybe right after he graduated. Something to that effect. KFC, I don't like their gravy either. We have had problems with the KFC both times I have done the chicken run. Boston Market, oh my gosh, I remember Boston Market. That used to be super popular. Are they gone? Did they go bankrupt? That was super popular. They had really good sides. They were like the healthier option. Finished dub. Don't even get me started. My wife is so into K-dramas. I couldn't get into them myself. Yeah. There's like a certain formula that they do for K-dramas that I just can't get into. I want food specific to Korea, yes. Although that would fall within Oriental, yes. Probably management and communication issues with that location. I should make myself some ramen. Nice. They need more North Korean dramas. I don't think those would end well. Boston Market don't season the food. Really? I thought Boston Market was really good. I like Boston Market. Oh my gosh, I finally caught up. This has got to be one of the longest shooting the fats that we've done in a while. It's because we're talking about food. There isn't any more Boston Markets. I think they did go bankrupt a few years. Oh, that's a bummer. They were like really affordable, supposedly healthy. I remember their portions were pretty good too. Yeah. Did my wife like Royal Nemesis? I don't know. I can ask her. There's a whole circle of our friends that are into these K-dramas, not, men and women both watching these shows and get into it. I just can't and I think it's also, there's some K-dramas that are darker, so maybe I could watch those, but just the frou-frou romancy kind of things, I can't really get into them. Anachronistic. Was that the word I was looking at for last time? The closest Boston market to me is in Maryland. Wow. North Korean dramas would end well when they escape North Korea. Royal Nemesis. Let me write that down. I mean, I can just text her next. Have you ever heard of the K-drama Royal? Wait, did I get that right? Royal Nemesis. Okay, finally caught up, and we're already 12 hours later. That's right. Okay, let's get into this unboxing, unpacking. Okay, spoiler alert, I believe this came from Cranberry Langers. So thank you, Cranberry Langers. Much appreciated. What did you send me? This better be something oriental. Or something to do with chicken. Either one I will accept. Oh, you rascal. So Cranberry Langers has sent me before. Where did they go? Oh, this got a little bent, unfortunately. He has sent me volume 1 and 2 of Animal Man. And I got through them and read them. They're really interesting, really cool. Got super dark and kind of mystical, but it's cool. It's a cool take on Animal Man. Yeah, I totally got tweaked, the book. But this is the next volume in the series, so that's awesome. Thank you so much, Cranberry Langers. Thank you for sending me that my way. I love recommendations of books. I love it when people share comics. That was always the fun thing that I did as a kid when I first got into comics. Is me and a few other friends that were in this circle of people that read comics. We would, trade. So sometimes I would buy certain issues of a certain book, and another friend would have other issues, and we'd swap, and then we'd read it. So this is great. Jeff Lemire, Stephen Pugh, Scott Snyder. No kidding. I did not know Scott Snyder was on Animal Man. Was one of the writers on Animal Man. Scott Snyder of the whole Absolute Batman craze. I like this artist too. I like Stephen Pugh's stuff even more than the original artist. I forgot his name on this Animal Man run. So that's cool. Well, I'm gonna enjoy it. Continue on the story. It got gnarly though, where it ended. At least where the other volume ended. Swamp Thing. Yeah, they do all this kind of spiritual, mystical, avatar kind of demon-y thing, which is very different than the original premise of Animal Man. I think before he could just like get the abilities of animals. So this is kind of a cool take on it. It's cool. Very trippy. Rot World. Whoa, is that steel? A book-shaped bomb. He got spooked when he saw the white powder, but it was harmless cocaine, Cranberry Langers. It's kind of on my brain because I'm watching Pulp Fiction. Anthrax for sure. Animal Man, Animal Man, Animal Man hates Triangle Man. They had a fight. Animal wins. Animal Man. Oh, is that song? Are you quoting a song? Bancroft, send him a Lucent copy to review. Oh, man, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Jeff Lemire, sounds like Animal Man will spend most of his time coming to terms with things. What? Katie's Corner is in here. What's up, Katie? Also a member, Katie. We got a little like a member for being a member here. You get a special clip that I just made, just debuted. So glad you're here to enjoy it. Here you go.
Vino, chicken dinner.
We've played that clip so many times now, but you guys deserve it. Thank you for your support, being a member here, Katie. Great seeing you. Katie? Oh, hey. Oh, hi. Particle Man, that's right. I love the Pulp Fiction movie. Do you know it's a movie within a movie? There's a bunch of kind of, dare I say, like, is it meta things? But like, yeah, there's so many like interesting narrative structures that Quentin Tarantino plays with, and he's such a movie freak. It's amazing the like influences and things that he puts in it, but it's just so incredibly crafted. And I remember when it came out, it was just blew my mind. It was so different from anything else out there, and yet it was just kind of a love of filmmaking as an art form and the stories that he grew or were influenced by. Yeah, it was just so good. Bloody Eyes, awesome. That actually looks like a Popeyes box. See? It's not an Oriental box. Okay, thank you, Cranberry Landers, for that start to the talk about comics. Okay, let's go through these really quick. These were as I mentioned at the top of the stream, these are like the preview solicitation magazines, and we'll start with Marvel. I'd love to hear your guys' reaction to the Marvel stuff. So comic book stores get these. They're free. I always love, every time I'm at my store, I'll look because they usually have them up next to the cash register, and I'll say, oh, are these the new ones for this week or for this month? And but they'll let you know what's coming out. And the one thing that Marvel keeps doing, at least within the last year plus, is they keep restarting everything. So I'm definitely fatigued by how many like reboots Marvel's doing. So here we have got a new, Avengers #1, and this whole thing, and like, they're trying to put some of their top characters right now. Daredevil's hot just because of the TV series. Obviously Spider-Man because of the movie coming out. Wolverine's always a seller for them, but they're just like throwing them all together as this new Avenger team. And then, in my opinion, they're sticking in like Miss Marvel and Luke Cage to like mix it up, diversify it. But yeah, I don't know. It just leaves me flat. Like any kind of these new efforts doesn't interest me at all. Like I love Wolverine. I love the character Wolverine. I love Spider-Man, Daredevil. I just finished reading Daredevil Yellow, which was written by Jeff Loeb and the artwork by Tim Sale. It's a great story. Actually, probably enjoyed that story more than most Jeff Loeb stuff I've read in a while. But why was I saying that? Oh yeah, because of Daredevil. But yeah, just looking at this, it just is like, I don't care. I don't really care. And granted, I haven't been reading any of the books leading up to this event, this Armageddon event, but there's only so many times you can make these characters face the end of the world, and then they survive, and then they reform into another team or whatever. There's only so many times you can do that, and they've overdone it for me. This is a new initiative, Midnight, which it's kind of like a darker horror vibe to X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. No continuity there. Yeah, not looking forward to this at all, really. I think Cyclops is like a vampire hunter in this version. Don't really care. Oh, okay, this is kind of interesting. Amazing Spider-Man, they're doing a 1000 issue, which is awesome. This was a whole controversy. I can zoom in a little bit here. This was a whole controversy, this cover by John Romita Jr. People were like poo-pooing all over this cover when it was announced he was doing the 1000th issue cover, the cover A. People said this was like the worst. It's horrible. It's painted over by another artist named Paulo Rivera. He's a great cover artist. So yeah, they just totally lambasted this cover. And then the rumor was that it was getting pulled, and because the reaction was so negative. And I was like, really? Why would you do that? Like, it's John Romita Jr. I don't care how horrible you think the cover is. You don't cancel John Romita Jr. He's one of the greatest comic book artists of this generation. Like, he's so consistent and has worked on everything. Son of John Romita Sr., who's also one of the greatest comic book writers ever. Anyway, so like comic book art royalty, you don't do that. And so I think it's coming back now as the cover. I think maybe it was a rumor that was being pulled. I don't know, but they quickly like stopped talking about it and talked about another artist, Pepe Larraz's cover, which I don't think they're showing it here. Anyway, a lot of controversy around there. It seems to have died down a little bit, but people were hating on John Romita Jr. and I was like, you don't do that. That's not cool. He's done so much for comics. Speaking of which, this Mutant Massacre that I showed you just earlier, one of the things that I grew up with, like John Romita drew so much of this, was so integral in the Mutant Massacre, and a lot of Uncanny X-Men that I grew up with. So yeah, this is John Romita right here. And I know, artists get older, they change. But there's also something about respecting what they've done and you know, the legacy that they've gone on. And he's still working. He's still cranking out so many books and covers. Okay, enough of that. Timmy Miller says Marvel Midnight because they were too short-sighted to keep Ultimate Marvel going and saw the success of yes, I know. No kidding. That comic had me with the bloody eyes, but the overall art doesn't have me. Rocky, did you forget? Oh, I did. Thanks, Mark's Music Session. I forgot, Katie. I'm sorry.
Say cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
No. A cup of tea.
I got too carried away with the Winter Chicken Dinner. I forgot to play her clip there. Thank you for the reminder, Mark. See, that's why you guys are awesome. I agree. New Avengers is lame. Too much Wolverine. I can't believe John Romita Jr. tried to swipe Frank Miller. Mo Biggs. Stop it. I will not hear your Frank Miller. Your Frank Miller blasphemy. No, I mean, those guys are legends, you know. They rightfully deserve their place in the comic echelon of the greatest of all time. Jeffrey B says the John Romita Jr. cover was bad. Did you see the pencils of that cover? It wasn't as bad. I think the translation into painting maybe wasn't a great choice, but it wasn't so bad. I don't know. I just didn't understand the reaction at all. It was just a disproportionate reaction. So yeah, actually I felt like his pencil cover, and a lot of people did that. That was one thing that other artists reacted to who were a little bit more pro John Romita Jr. they said, well, maybe I wouldn't have painted it. I would have inked it, and this is how it would have looked if I inked it. So that was kind of neat to see. And some of those looked pretty good, like compared to how this painted version came out. So maybe I would say, okay, editor, maybe that wasn't the greatest choice, but yeah, I don't know. I just think that reaction was way too overblown. They should compromise and use it as cover for a Spider-Man coloring book. Pose and angle just looks weird. Somebody online said he was basing it off of the symbol on Spidey's chest, like this symbol right here. That makes sense to me. Okay, let's keep moving on here. We could talk all day about the controversy on that cover. Aliens versus X-Men. No, thank you. Really don't care. Infernal Hulk. I was picking up this book, but now Nick Klein isn't drawing it as much. He's kind of doing covers, and I think he's working on something else. So it's like, meh, kind of fell off. But there's going to be a big event that's happening with Infernal Hulk, so maybe I'll look at it. Muppets take the Marvel Universe? No. Miles Morales. Okay, so this artist, he's really good, Simone Di Maio, but I'm really tired of this angle that he draws all the time. I mean, this guy could draw circles around what I could do, but I'm just tired of this angle. He does this angle a lot. This like overhead, distorted, big-headed angle. A lot. So I'm not really into that. This book, I picked up issue 1, so I'll keep going with that one. Spider-Man, Hulk, Fire and Brimstone looks boring. Like, to have these two books going simultaneously, it's just you're spreading your mainstay characters over two different storylines that have no impact or significance on building character development or anything. They're just like one-offs. So if I know that and you're flooding the market with one-offs, it's like I have nothing to invest in with these characters. Spectacular Spider-Man Brand New Day. DNX, this is a new line that's going on. That's a new idea that's happening. It's like the X virus. Okay. This is kind of a cool cover. Kari Andrews, but he's not doing the artwork in it. So they're having this idea of, yeah, okay, whatever. Not that excited about it, but we'll see. We'll see if it's okay. Then they're having all these tie-ins. Here's Uncanny. I don't even know what's going on with Uncanny. Beats could probably tell us more about what's going on with Uncanny. I don't know. Gambit. Yeah. X-Men 97 season 2. Then a new Wolverine book, which I guess is okay. Do we need another Wolverine book? There's just so many. Here's that guy again, that same artist. It's that same angle. Deadpool. I've never been a huge Deadpool fan. That's a cool cover though. I like that cover. Okay, this is Mo Biggs' favorite section right here. Marvel Mangaverse. Doing Web of Blood. Iron Knight with Riri Williams, who I didn't like that character at all. So these are like manga takes on Marvel characters. Ghost Lock. They're just like, I feel like they're just putting a bunch of names in a hat and a bunch of genres in a hat and then just picking out and then randomly going. Like there's no, in my very outsider perspective, there doesn't seem any rhyme or reason or planning going into the storylines, and so they're just all a bunch of one-offs, and I could really care less. Unless I really like the art, I'm not gonna invest in spending money to find a story that's like so and then the character, nothing really happens to the character. This whole thing, Queen in Black and Null, like the whole Venom line, that They seem to be relatively strong. I've never gone into these myself. This is, I don't know what's going on with Venom. Although Venom's on issue 262, which is pretty impressive. Doom seems to be like falling off the map, which is ironic because they even haven't launched that movie yet, the Marvel movie that supposedly, will reinvigorate the Marvel universe. But a lot of the Doom stories have kind of quieted down. I don't know why. I don't know if it has anything to do with the way the movie's panning out. Fantastic Four based on the movie, the first one. As you can tell, I'm not super psyched about the direction Marvel's going with their current books. The artwork on this one is decent by this guy, Dev Malyai Pramanik. He's a decent artist. It's good. Godzilla conquers the multiverse. No thanks. Here's the standard Star Wars fare, which I'm not a big Star Wars comics person, so I don't really care. Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four. Again, don't really care. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of... Oh, this is kind of cool. Alex Ross is doing something called Marvel Dimensions. So that's interesting. I will definitely look at that. Just because he's such a good illustrator. And his Fantastic Four Full Circle was pretty decent. It was great art. The story was decent. But yeah, Alex Ross is from Kingdom Come for DC and then Marvels for Marvel. Those were pretty significant comic events when he did it. So yeah, I'm curious about this Marvel Dimensions. Doctor Strange. This is Elsewhen. This is the John Byrne Elsewhen. We mentioned this last week. These are some pages here, the inked and colored pages from it, which I didn't pick up. For some odd reason, I guess maybe because I was talking about Elsewhen or doing Google searches on Elsewhen on my YouTube feed, some guy downloaded all the penciled artwork that John Byrne posted on his webpage of Elsewhen, that this is all based off of, and he produced his own hardbound version of the whole Elsewhen series. Let me call it up here because it's totally worth starting. Now, if they published that, he couldn't publish it. He just made it for himself. Like he literally just designed and bound a book of all the penciled images, and it's great. He called it his like collector's edition or art edition. Let me see if I can find that. Now, if they sold that to the public, I would be all over that. But for some odd reason, seeing this inked and colored, I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. Okay. Wait, let me see. Where was that? Near. Ah, here it is. Yeah, this is great. Look at this, you guys. I think it's okay if I play some audio here.
Hey everybody, Picture Peeper here, back with another look at a custom book.
So I guess he just does
Today,
this.
We got an interesting one. This is a
as a
book
hobby
that shouldn't exist for so many reasons. This is John Byrne's X-Men Elsewhen. And essentially what we have here are 32 issues
Blasphemy
of
beats. That's
X-Men
blasphemy.
fan fiction. And it just so happens that that fan is one of the most legendary creators to ever work on the title. So there's a lot to dig into here. So we'll start with a bit of history. This is the alternate
Isn't that cool?
Of
like it's so
where
cool that he
X-Men
custom
could have
bound this.
gone from issue 137 if things had been different. Now,
I'll just fast forward here so you can see.
genocide.
But he just put it
before
together
release.
like an artist
And
edition,
so they killed her.
and it's awesome. Like, this is the
Slowly but
kind of stuff I
surely,
want to see. It just feels
you
more
get about
pure
an
John
issue a
Byrne
month,
versus
and over
them
the course
like
of 3
getting an
years,
inker to ink it and color it. If it
then
wasn't Terry
officially
Austin,
released through
that it doesn't
Abrams.
really feel like John Byrne to me.
Famously.
Anyway, he just bound the whole kit and caboodle into this huge, thick thing.
Art that most people have never seen. And so this seemed like the perfect home for it.
Because some extras he added in the back. But I was reading the comments of this,
like
and
I
it was
said,
like, yeah, he's not
Abrams-
selling it. Like, he can't sell it, but it's way better, I think, than the finished version that they've been releasing now. Okay, back to this. Cranberry says, I'm an old school hater of John Romita Jr. I don't like this cover. I haven't liked John Romita Jr.'s work for over 15 years. Get out of town. This was another thing that came out in Dark Horse's solicitations. Look at this. I'm super excited about this. Marvel Black and White, Barry Windsor Smith's Weapon X. So, you guys know Shelby Robertson sometimes shows up in chat. He also has a great YouTube channel called American Discord. Where is it? Ah, here. He sent me this a few months ago, which is awesome. It's a French edition of Weapon X that they never released here, and it's all black and white art, but it's all in French. But this is just beautiful. So they've never released a black and white art, quote unquote, artist edition of Weapon X before here in America. But now this is announced. So I the only reason I would buy this, because I already own this, right? Thanks to Shelby. But the only reason I would buy this is if this is actual scans of his original artwork. I think this is the finished black and white work, but it's not scans of the original pages because you can't see like the corrections and the whiteout and the ink. This is like all leveled out and perfect before they added color, so which is still cool. But if this is actual scans of the original pages, which I think it will be, I've got to get it. Because that's going to be amazing. And it'll be in English. So, yeah, but this is an awesome French edition. You guys, I mean, you can still purchase this one too. Looking at you, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Always saying bande dessinée. So yeah, this was cool. That was the one cool thing that Dark Horse announced. And then we'll look really quick at this DC one. Their time is over. Time for Nogi-san to take over. You guys are hating on the Legends. I don't think Cranberry's a hater. Looks like he's shrugging. Spider-Man? Yeah, I think that was one thing people commented on was like the shoulders were too close to his neck. If you see the original pencils, it doesn't feel like that. So I do feel like, I mean, I can look it up too. Well, yeah, I guess the original pencil still looks like he's shrugging. Yeah, I guess so. But they look cool. I don't know. There's something about the pencils that feels more John Romita Jr. or more classic John Romita. He did kind of beef up the shoulders though. Thanks Reddit. Cran can't even find room in his heart for Shadowcat. Where is Steampunker? Hopefully she's biding her time as a true chat ninja. Maybe. I'm not like the Johnny-come-latelys hating Romita's most recent Spider-Man cover. I've been hating him for 15 years. Steampunker is very long to type. She's been shortened down to punk. That's the Australian move. Shorten her name. Cranberry's a hipster of hate. He hated him before his work was trash. My whole point of starting this channel was to elevate comics, but I think I'm cultivating a culture of people like tearing down comics. What's going on? Backfired. Why did he make Miles have a Bancroft-esque forehead? That's what I'm saying. I like lots of stuff. Ignore that this statement in itself is a contradiction. I don't know where Steampunker is. And I don't know where Steampunker is. I hate that. I don't know. I gotta go. Boo. Meetings, boo. Have a great night all. Truly enjoyed July 4th for my American mates. See you later, Jeffrey Beats. Happy American July 4th to you too. Uncanny is great. Gambit goes bad. I was a hater before the hipsters, Mo, although I do like a lot of their hair choices. I like the unbuttoned dress shirt over t-shirt look. I rocked it for a while. Also, New Mutants book posing as Uncanny. I thought you had to go. Posing as an Uncanny book. New Mutants and Uncanny book are interesting characters. Sorry, gotta go. We have better art on average, but manga is super cheap. Let's compete by making our art look more like theirs. Yeah. You know what's funny? It's like that artist, Peach Momoko. I thought she had such a... I think she gets a bad rep of... as a Japanese artist, but she has that potential, or I feel like she has that quality about her stuff that's different than just your standard manga art. But they keep... I don't know if it's the kind of story she wants to tell. I'd love to see her just do a regular story. Like, don't steep it in manga culture or manga-isms. Just do a Peach Momoko story. Maybe that's what she's doing, but I just feel like she's like, oh yeah, she's like, let's just make her do the manga-looking stuff. It's like, she's a lot better than that. Yeah. Yep. Fantastic Four based on the movie. Why didn't they have based on the movie comics back when the movies were good and huge blockbusters? There haven't been many movie adaptation comics that I think have been great. Even back when, a long time ago. There's just something about that, like, translation that I haven't seen done super well. Moon Knight art I liked. Yeah, he's a great artist. Instead of at time they started changing comics to be nothing like the movies. I'm with Rocky. Inked and colored comics are just too easy to read. Where's the challenge? That's what makes manga so good. Plus, they even print them backwards. They're real brain teasers. Mark's music obsession dropping a cool lickle. Just trying it out. Thank you, cool lickles. It's pure passion here. One of these is your master study, right, Rocky? The Elsewhen? Yes. It's not in the first volume that came out. I believe that issue was... so he did like 30 plus issues. I think the issue that I picked a page for the master study was 16. So that'll probably be in volume 2. They're releasing 3 finished volumes of Elsewhen. When Rocky gets burned out, he'll do an absolute master study where he just scribbles with crayons. That's when I'm like in a home. Good thing Bancroft isn't here for the Barry Windsor Smith discussion. He'd be hopelessly lost. He said it was both. Long names they shorten, short names they long. They lengthen. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that, Rose on Third. That's what we're here for. So apparently, as opposed to poo-pooing on all the legends, that's not what we're here for. That's bad. Brainiac 5 is bald in this version of Legion of Superheroes. Oh, here. Yes. Okay, so DC is launching a new Legion of Superheroes. The interesting thing is Joshua Williamson and Hayden Sherman are on it. And those guys are really hot right now for DC. Hayden Sherman is the guy who did Absolute Wonder Woman and still doing Absolute Wonder Woman. So I don't know. This guy works so fast that he's able to do this books at the same time. Joshua Williamson has been writing on a bunch of Image stuff and DC stuff as well. So this is pretty interesting. I'll definitely check this out. I think this could be really cool. I think Hayden Sherman's style of art could work really well for Legion of Superheroes. And I think also, like I just said, I hate how people are rebooting stuff and starting with number 1, and they're doing that for Legion of Superheroes. But for some reason, this feels okay because Legion of Superheroes, I don't know, it just seems like I'm probably being contradicting myself here, but it feels different the way they're approaching the stories. Their reboots make sense, and there's continuity-ish in there. Oh, here we go. Everybody's rebooting. Doom Patrol 1. I don't know anything about this this reboot. Lobo's still going on. Yada yada. Zatanna, Deathstroke. This series, I stopped collecting this series, but it was pretty good. I'm surprised it's continuing on. Deadman, I haven't picked that up. This looks cool. Absolute Cassandra Cain. Artwork by Mateus Bergara, great artist. He did a couple fill-in issues on Wonder Woman, and he also did what's that famous book he did? That graphic novel. Oh, he's from Uruguay. Did not know that. Coda. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful. He's a beautiful illustrator. Great stuff. Absolute Wonder Woman. Hayden Sherman's continuing on that one. Here's all the Absolute stuff. I know you guys, or a lot of you guys, aren't into Absolute, but there's just something different about how they're approaching their stories. The Bat Girl showing up here, who is called the Bat in Absolute Batman. I know you guys hated that one. I love that image. Absolute Green Arrow, that's been quite good. Bad Seeds, don't know what that's about. I also like the artists more that they have on all these series, even if I'm not reading some of them. I tend to like the artists more and the direction they're going with their art styles. The people they're trying out just seems like Marvel's, I don't know. There's not an artist at Marvel that's making me go like, ooh, I gotta get that. Some all-in stuff here. This stuff I'm like so on. Not really reading any of these books. This is gonna be cool. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up the individuals. I might wait for the graphic novel for this one. Batman and Robin Year 1 Dynamic Duos. Chris Samney, always excellent. This looks interesting. Clayface. Bizarre I've been picking up. Batman, Superman, Weird Al. That's weird. I love Weird Al though, but it's weird. Superman the Stranger. Don't know anything about that. Skip. This is Father of Tomorrow, the Danny Ariel series that I picked up issue 1. This is awesome. DC Work in Progress. We're going to look at one today. DC Work in Progress is that bigger format. It's like an artist edition, but just a floppy of it. But they're doing one for The Dark Knight Returns, which is amazing, issue 1, and they're doing one for Watchmen number 1, which will be amazing. I'm going to get both of those. Blah. This looks awesome, you guys. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez DC Classic Artist Editions. This looks amazing. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez is the guy who did Atari Force. I did a review of that on my channel. I've looked at a lot of his stuff actually on this channel because he's one of my favorites. He did this. Do you guys remember when we looked at this, the DC style guide? This is Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. Just a phenomenal artist for comics. So yeah, they're doing an artist edition of some DC stories that he did. So cannot wait for that. And these are all their trades. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So yeah, there tended to be a lot more stuff I was excited about in the DC one than I was in the Marvel one. And the Marvel one's way thicker too, so I don't know. I don't know what it is, Marvel. I just think nothing is really connecting for me in what they're doing. Probably have to think about that more, dissect that a little bit more, why that is. Maybe it's because I have more expectations for the characters too, because I grew up with them. I don't know. They also remove R from words, but add R's where they don't belong. Oh, the Australians. Cranberry says, I love comics. Complaining is part of the fandom. True. That's true. That's true, Cranberry. I give you that. I like good comics. Art, like music, is subjective, so lots of choices is a good and needed thing. Agreed. Agreed, both of you. A healthy fandom has people who have varied taste. I'm following Peach Momoko. Awesome. Thanks for reminding me, you guys. Rocky, comics are like a garden. You have pull weeds so the good plants can bear fruit. Wow. You guys are spitting the facts. Dropping the facts. Spitting the bars. I guess if you consider drawing a bunch of tiny X's a proper inking. The poo-pooing comes later if Rob ever gets back to me. Rob is if there's a balance in the force, Rob is the poo-poo side of it. Nice. Shard share. That's I don't know if you've mentioned that before in Bancroft streams, but that's genius. Pooping on Legends is good. We need more whiners and haters. Guess they're doing the cloned version of Brainiac 5. He looks too much like OG Brainiac with that look. I like that look, actually. It's classic. Next, by Rob with Attitude, is Pure Bogan. Next. Gotham Commissioner Vandal Savage. That's right. It's like the eccentric version of cross-hatching. Jeffrey likes Absolute, but he had to go. I know. I mean, you could call it that, though. It's a bit of a stretch. Wait. Rocky seems to hate inks and colors. I wonder if he goes to a bakery and orders unfrosted coffee. I loved inks. I just don't like that inker. I think he hasn't. I don't want to be like, he did it, and he got the job, so good on him. But I have such a high bar in my mind of what finished John Byrne stuff should look like, and that guy's stuff doesn't quite hit that for me. So that, and also the colors are like, it's okay. Like, John Byrne is. This is what I want when I'm looking for John Byrne. Like, look how tight that is. It's just incredible. And the colors on this are relatively flat, but just beautiful. Worked really well with his work. And the Elsewhere one, they don't go crazy with the colors, but there's definitely more like gradients and modeling in it that, I don't know. It just doesn't feel totally right for me. But yeah, look at the inks on this. Like, it doesn't get any better than John Byrne and Terry Austin combined for classic X-Men. If it looked like this, I would totally buy it. But it doesn't quite fit like that. Too much ESG, not enough focus on story first. Maybe? Yeah, dropping bars. That's what I meant. The next Rob impression for Rocky was surprisingly dead on. Look how tight that is. Words from never spoken by Michael Bancroft during the Farrell Bush. Oh, gosh. Next. Okay, here we go. This is a fan favorite for this channel. Absolute Martian Manhunter, number 12. The reason is I've enjoyed the series. It has gone off the rails a little bit of being like super heady, super abstract, but I've been along for the ride all the way up to this point. Issue 12 is the last issue, so why not? So here we go. The writer is, well, I should be able to, Denise Camp, which I mean, he's one of the top writers right now, but I'm so on his writing. And then Javier Rodriguez is the artist. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. I think this is one of those series I'm going to have to go back and reread all at once. Probably the best format for this is probably a graphic novel. The individual issues have been awesome from, you know, to collect them, but I do forget what happens. It's so bizarre and so weird. Like I can't track exactly what's happening from issue to issue, like waiting for the next issue to come out. So I get a little lost. I'm like, oh yeah, what was that? What was happening at the end of the last issue? Oh, he's starting to... This is his version of like Absolute Batman, which is awesome. And then Absolute Superman here. I'm assuming he's going to draw Wonder Woman. Yeah, he does these crazy things like this. So it's been interesting to see like how far they could push the exploration of like comic storytelling, coloring, panel layouts. There's Absolute Wonder Woman. This must be Darkseid. Interesting. So funny, because I would have thought they would have ended it more in like a super weird splash, but it seems kind of sedate. But that's it. That's the end of this series. Absolute Martian Manhunter. Same. Pretty consistent the whole time through. And again, at the beginning, I was really into it because it was so different, so like interesting to kind of see what they were doing with the art and taking the story of Martian Manhunter. I did get lost in the story after a certain while, probably midway through the series. So I got to go back and read it from the beginning to like make sure I'm tracking. But a very, very different kind of story for Martian Manhunter. But that's it. The end of the series. Issue 12. Absolute Martian Manhunter. Mr. Monkey Boy just dropped a link for a Steranko book. The Marvel, whatever happened to Scorpio, the complete Steranko at Marvel. Wow, that looks awesome. Is that new? That looks awesome. That looks cool. There was like a giant size Steranko book, an old book that was published. It's not in circulation anymore, but it was expensive that I saw. I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to see Jim Steranko's work. that large. So thanks for this link. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Okay. Maybe if you read it backwards. Yeah, really. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says this is weird. I think he falters when he goes midway. I think his art is best either more normal or more to the outlandish. That's a good point. Coming out in October. Oh, cool. Okay. This is going to be an interesting poll. Mark's Music Obsession says. Okay. This one was not on my radar at all. It's from Bad Idea, that company that produces a bunch of stuff that I've shown on stream before. Planet Death, Megalith. What was the last one? It was called Tankers. That's right. Tankers versus Ancient Aliens. So they do all sorts of interesting stuff. Very much non-superhero-y kind of genres. They printed it on this very, very, like, their fancy cheapo newsprint, which I'd be like, well, it feels kind of cheap, but it is actually. This comic was only $1.99. So, all right. The awesome thing is this cover is drawn by Frank Quitely, and I think he did the designs of the characters in this story, but he didn't draw the story itself. This is an issue 0. So I flipped through it and I was like, oh, okay. Well, take it. The one thing that caught my attention is the artist is a guy, the artist that drew the insides is a guy by the name of Jesse Lonergan. And I mentioned this book a couple weeks ago that I finished. I read almost in one sitting, called Drome. And I'm thinking about doing a flip through video on this where I do a closer commentary, but he's the artist on Drome. So that made me go, oh, cool. Okay, cool. Because he's a great storyteller. He's got a cool style. Kind of feels Daniel Warren Johnson a little bit-ish. Riley Rossmo. He kind of lives in this very expressive world. But he's a great storyteller. I mean, look at some of these. Let me see if I can find an interesting paneling page that he does here. Like, he does these cool panels here. Most of this is dialogueless. But this was great. Drome was really, really good. And so, yeah, he's doing the insides here for Warbird. And my understanding, not knowing much about what this is, it's kind of like it feels like an espionage, James Bondy, Bourne Identity kind of story. So here we go. So yeah, it's cool. This guy's riding on a bike, international espionage, spy stuff. Yeah, this feels like Daniel Warren Johnson. Like a lot of motion. Since it's printed on this newsprinty stuff, it's like the white is kind of already has a off-white quality to it. But what I like about it is Lonergan, it seems like in his inks, he's also doing some like ink wash. So you can see some of that texture here, and that works really well on this kind of paper. It feels very tactile, not so digital, which I love. That's cool. Cool color palette. Yeah, this is cool paneling. Jumping off of a cruise ship on a motorbike onto a speedboat. Definitely action-y spy stuff. Warbird. So yeah, this was a preview to it. I don't know if Lonergan is doing all the art on it. maybe, or if he just drew this issue 1. This is a preview from Megalith. So let's see. Let's read really quick here. Yeah, he's like a... something with like Russian espionage. He's a former Air Force pilot. His past is catching up to him. Kind of classic tropes. And yeah, Frank Whiteley did the designs on the character. The writer is this guy, Derek Kolstad. He wrote the John Wick movies, and then he's also the writer on Planet Death and a few other bad idea books. Yeah, I think Frank Whiteley just did design. I don't think he's drawing the whole book. I think it might be either Lonergan or somebody else, but this is pretty cool. As for a preview issue, it's got enough in here that made me go, okay, cool. This is interesting, intriguing, creative team, cool artwork. So yeah, I will be looking for issue 1. So it should be coming out sometime this month, according to this ad. But I'll be looking for issue 1, see how that pans out, if it's like consistent with this preview. Some Warbird number 0. Cool little find today. They produce bad ideas. Jerome, pay your late fees. Why is the page turning so relaxing? Empanadas in comics. Hey, we could do it. We could do it. I wouldn't be against it. ASMR edition. All right, here is one more thing that came out today. Comics, the magazine. I know I've already flipped through a trade magazine or previews magazine. Here's more of it, but you guys know Comics, the magazine is just 5 issues in, $2.99, which great price point for something like this. But it's just fun. It's fun that it's monthly, just giving you information on new comic stuff coming out. This guy, Mark Spears, is going to be drawing... I'm not that familiar with his work, but I saw it was announced he's going to be drawing Spawn 77. I don't know if he is an all-digital guy. It kind of looks like it. I mean, it looks painterly, but I think he might be working digital. I'll show you guys. Have you guys seen that Spawn 77 stuff? It looks kind of cool. I will for sure be looking up or picking up issue 1 when that comes out. Let me see if I can find the announcement. Oh wow, they already announced a toy. So Spawn 77 is basically 1977 was when McFarlane first came up with Spawn. And it was before he became famous. It was like one of the ideas he was working on. So yeah, okay, cool. Check out these. I don't know if you guys have seen this. But this is Spawn. This is what Spawn 77 looks like. It's going to be drawn by this dude, Mark Spears. So it's got this kind of cool, like, disco feel to it. I don't know. It's very different than what you would expect from Spawn. But it looks painted, but I have a feeling it's digitally painted. Excuse me, my stomach's rumbling. But I love the, like latex glow on his suit and the like glowing eyes. It's kind of crazy. It definitely feels very 70s style to it. That looks photo referenced. But that's cool. Like the glow on the costume there. That's kind of rad. It's like shoving a pool cue down a guy's throat. And then look at this wild. The colors are all like discoed out. Yeah, pretty interesting. We'll see when that first issue comes. I remember doing like I can't remember. I was doing like a search on like when I was thinking of comparisons to Disco. I was like, oh, it's like Saturday Night Fever, and the color scheme is like identical to this. So they were for sure referencing all those classic 70s disco stuff. So anyway, this is Spawn 77. It's supposed to be coming out in September, I think. But this cover featured article is about that artist. That's why I brought it up. So I'll flip through this really quick. Mail letters. Here's an interview with Mark Spears. So I guess he did a horror series, an independent horror series called Monsters, which I never saw. Yeah, he's digitally painting it, they just said. So here's some of his stuff here. It's kind of crazy. It's really highly saturated, which is cool. The one thing that I do that has been pretty consistent with this magazine is their articles are really short. And I don't know if that's like a page count thing, but it's almost like if he's the main interview, Mark Spears, I would have loved to see like a couple more, 2 to 4 more pages of his stuff. But that's it. It's only like a 3-page interview with him. Talk about Walking Dead. This is kind of cool. This section here, I don't know what the premise is. It's called See Todd, Buy Todd, but they're talking about some classic Todd McFarlane moments, which is great. Ooh, I didn't know they did this. This is a Spawn. I'm going to have to look this up. Spawn #1 Director's Cut. Standard comic-sized artist edition of the debut issue. Well, actually, I already have the artist edition, so maybe I shouldn't. But there was back in a time where Todd McFarlane could draw any character, and it just was the coolest thing. This is Batman, Wolverine, obviously Spider-Man. They have an interview here with Alex Ross. We were just mentioning him with Marvel Dimensions, so they go a little bit more in depth here on what that's about. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. We were just saying John Cusack, Better Off Dead. There he is. He is doing a comic. Wow, that was so weird. That's like deja vu. In July, Mad Cave will release the pair's first collaboration, Momo, a high-octane, off-the-rails road trip graphic novel that follows fake priest Gilgamesh Johnson and the beautiful and mysterious Miss Animal Tenderloin, crazy names, as they interact with a madcap extensive cast of real and imaginary individuals, retrieve an alien head from the U.S. government in 1972. Awesome. Oh, okay, here it is. There's like a little preview in here printed on that like news printy stuff. That's neat. I like that. It's like they give a little bit of interview, a little bit of context, and then some. Yeah, this is cool. It's cool that they did this. It's cool that it's in this like news printy in the middle here. Nice. Like that's a decent size article / interview for that book. Their picks for the month. Terminal. Oh, you guys, I posted this on Discord. David Finch, he has a YouTube channel. Look it up. Great channel because he's doing like draw streams and stuff, and obviously David Finch is incredible. He's the guy who did Skinbreaker and Batman, and amazing talent, X-Men. So this new book is coming out from Skybound Image called Terminal, which has Robert Kirkman, Arthur Adams, Andy Kubert, David Finch. Is that it? I thought there was another one. Joe Casey. They're all working on it. An incredible creative team. And I'm not 100% sure how they're dividing up. Like, I think some artists are drawing some issues. Sometimes they're doing covers. Whatever it is, this is coming out soon. But David Finch just recently hosted a YouTube stream where he had all those creators on, and they were just talking about this book and promoting it. They were giving away like signed copies of it. I wish I got picked for one of them, but I didn't. But they even during the stream, they showed like some of the artists like Andy Kubert and Arthur Adams were holding up like original art, and it looked amazing. So go watch that stream. It's really fun. I think it's only an hour long. But yeah, it's about this book, Terminal, which is coming out soon. I'm excited about that. Warbird, oh, they just mentioned it. Artist Alex Maleev. Oh, okay. Alex Maleev is the artist on Warbird, not Longren. Yeah, I'm kind of iffy on Maleev's work. This is a preview from that Clayface book, which is hyping up the Clay, coming out in conjunction with the Clayface movie. Ugh. That's kind of a cool cover image, though. Fran Galan. I've not heard of this artist. And then here's the most controversial page or spread out of this magazine. I really feel like I need to write them. How did Denise Camp get one? I don't know. And Jeff Johns of Ghost Machine has still yet to crack top 10 writers. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Nick Dragotta, number 1. Javier Rodriguez. Very controversial. Okay, some ads, and then this is their pull list. So another cool issue of Comics Magazine number 5. If you like those kind of trade, newsy kind of magazine stuff, I recommend it. It's so cheap comparatively to comics these days, and it's just chock full of kind of fun interviews and just news on what's coming out. Timmy Mello just dropped a link for David Finch's channel. Thank you, Timmy Mello. Yeah, it's a great YouTube channel. I think he streams every week too. Spawn 77 next. Kind of cool and disco definitely belong in the same sentence. Rocky for some reason. I'm not a big disco fan, but I don't know. There's something different about it that I thought was interesting. Really, Rocky's really trying to make Comics the Magazine happen. Page turning sounds soothing because Rocky doesn't chew and turn at the same time. New Lizanewski. There was a new Lizanewski book, but I didn't pick it up. The Faceless in the Family. I didn't pick it up. His work is incredible. Like, just the amount of artistry that goes into it. It's a little too weird for me. I tried to get into that first Faceless in the Family series, but it's just a little bizarre. So fetch. Are you quoting Mean Girls? Spawn, Inferno, Hell's Hustle. He's thinking about the days hanging out at roller rink, gold chains and polyester. That's right. New 52 meets Studio 54. Nice. The New 54. I love that. The only idea that could be any cooler than Disco Spawn would be a graphic novelization of Blondie's Rapture. I'd buy it. Debbie Harry. Frank Miller is doing the cover featuring the Man from Mars. Oh my gosh. Gilgamesh Johnson and Amanda Tenderloin, are those rejected Hellboy characters? Or they sound like porn stars or something? I don't know. Cranberry says, I generally didn't like the New 52 other than several titles. Grayson, Red Hood and the Outlaws, Nightwing, Animal Man, and Catwoman. That's a lot. That's a lot right there. Who wants to read Terminal? All the legendary artists involved can still draw. Where's the fun in that? Right? Yeah, David Finch is really good. Sorry, I want to make this a little bit more. Goodness, stomach. I ate lunch. It's a little bit more transparent. You don't make a Clayface movie in a Batman. You don't make a Clayface movie. You put Clayface in a Bat movie. What next? A Solomon Grundy series? Yeah, let's see. We'll see how that second Batman does too. I'm kind of iffy on that. The first one was okay. There was some good stuff in it, but yeah, we'll see if it has staying power. I have not agree. Yeah, that top 10 list is very controversial on many fronts. I got one more book to look for that with you guys. That doesn't make sense. Jeff Johns is a genius. He's done bad books before, but he's done such incredibly... Yeah, he's amazing. He's a great writer, and it's really accessible to his writing. Some of these writers get way into, like... Kind of feel like Denny's Camp is like this. There's Jonathan Hickman, which I've been loving his East of West stuff, but some of his other mainstream work that he's done gets too caught up in all the world building, almost makes it super unrelatable. But I just find like Jeff Johns just gets in there and then he gets to the heart of the characters. He knows characters really well, how to write them really well. And that's why I always connect with his stories. I'm back. I've lost 10% of my boginess with that meeting. I can talk new uncanny when ready. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. You pick characters who aren't always active to create lulls in the show, so they reduce the budget. Have them on one set for a while, Mo Biggs. Too many empanadas. I didn't think the Batman was necessarily bad, but it was kind of boring. I thought the Penguin spin-off series was amazing. That got me hooked like crazy. Really good performances in that. The story was great, tragic, compelling, and it didn't even feel comic, but it could have been just like a mob show, but it was so well done. Yeah, the actors in that series were incredible. I'm not sure about this Clayface movie, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it. Maybe Clayface would have been better as a TV series rather than a standalone movie. Stargirl. Did Jeff Johns work on the Stargirl series? I was going to say it was better than expected, although I only watched the first season, Cranberry Rangers. Was that Jeff Johns? Okay, here's the last book. It's so big it won't fit on my camera. But DC is doing this work in progress line. It's kind of sporadic. The first one they did was... I have all of them. So the first one... I think I have all of them. The first one they did was Absolute Batman, which is amazing. I can't find that one anywhere. I'm really glad I picked that one up. The second one they did was Dark Metal with Greg Capullo series with Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman. It was I think it was Jeff Johns too. Might have been. Or was it Snyder? I think it was Snyder. Scott Snyder. And then this is a third one coming out. Supergirl. It just came out. I actually found out about it, that it was coming out maybe 2 days ago, which is well beyond when you need to put in your order for it. So I kind of panicked a little bit, but I emailed Frank at Amazing Fantasy Comics, one of my local comic book shops, and he was like, I got one for you. So super thankful to Frank. Thank you so much, Frank, if you're watching this, which he does watch my shows from time to time. Thank you so much for holding on to this or pulling this for me. I'm really excited to have it. So pretty sure that they decided to do this because of the Supergirl movie, kind of at the same timing as the Supergirl movie. But this is supposedly what that movie was based off of. This storyline, Woman of Tomorrow. It's gotten rave reviews. I actually haven't read it. But I do love the artist on this, Bilquis. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing her name right. Bilquis Evely. She's a fantastic artist. She's got almost a fantasy, whimsical style to her artwork with like some solid drawing skills behind it. And I'd argue that's probably why this storyline was so good, was because of her art. So I'm really excited that they did a work in progress version, which is pretty much a artist edition, just for a floppy of this series or this issue. So really cool. The nice thing about this, and I do believe Bilquis works traditionally. Like, this is not digital, it's like ink on paper. So that's the best kind of art to see in this format, when you can see the like hand that created the artwork. You can see the like streaks here in the black and the silhouettes. You wouldn't see that in the finished artwork. And this is, I'm pretty sure this is at size. I think this is an 11 by 17 size. You like what I did right there? Just snuck that in. This is a master study I'm working on. A Jack Kirby master study. This is the actual inks of that page. Look how awesome that's turning out. Next time I do a master study stream, it'll be the bottom half of this. But yeah, I believe these scans are at size 11 by 17. So the original size that she worked at. Beautiful faces. Yeah, there's just an effortlessness in her artwork. It's really nice to see. Like, it doesn't feel labored at all, just like a looseness to it, comfortability. Not many artists you can say have that feeling in their artwork. A lot of times it feels like really it's cool, but it's like overly rendered, and so she just feels like she's just free. I love seeing it in black and white too. Look at this face. It's a beautiful face. Some delicate line work going on in there. Let me just see. What the? She is Brazilian. Yeah, and she did this series called Helen of Windhorn also. You can follow her on Instagram. Oh, this is awesome. Wow, I wish I could zoom out of this camera so you could see the size. I love this. It's not just, she doesn't take the easy route of like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna black this all out. Like, it's all part of the gesture, the action lines, even in these black filled in areas here. These faces, really nice. She's got such a unique style. Doesn't look like anybody else out there. Yeah. So they have the whole compilation of Women of Tomorrow is already in a graphic novel, or has been in graphic novel format for some time now. I don't own it yet, so like I said, I haven't read it yet. or haven't purchased yet, they also released a compact size. So that you can buy that for like $10, the whole series, and $10 in a smaller, thicker size. So if you're interested, but these work in progress, these large format things, they're just a way to appreciate the artwork and the effort that goes into it. That is not an easy angle to draw. Look at that. That's great. Yeah, she can do it all. She can draw characters, she can draw with appeal, she can draw spaceships, effects, action, acting, emotion. She's just one of those triple threat artists. This is a cover without any dressing on the cover. Oh, cool. Some cover sketches. And some layout sketches, thumbnails. That's rad. Some sketchbook sketches here. Really cool. So I heard they botched this character in the movie. This guy Krem. Like he's too different from the way he appears here in the comic. Cool stuff. There you go. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, work in progress. DC work in progress version. This was only $15. Not too bad. I mean, for such a large format and for the kind of scans there in it, it's totally worth it. Great. So this is the format that they're gonna do. Dark Knight issue 1. We were looking in that previews magazine, and Watchmen issue 1. That's gonna be awesome. I guess X-Men Elsewhere has been collected. Elsewhere. Stargirl was Jeff Johns. All right. Yeah, it looked like interesting. I'm interested in the character Stargirl. I do like color. He just likes color so much he settled for a French version of that Wolverine book because it's black and white. I appreciate black. If I had to choose one between colored comic art or black and white, I would go black and white every time. So there's that. He'll take black and white over being able to understand dialogue. I would. Jeff Johns is really great at knowing characters, being faithful to them, and bringing out characters' potential and integrating into his stories. He's so good. I don't know why he's not in the top 5, that top 10 list, if not top 3. Like, he's amazing. Yes. We talked about this last week, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Weren't you here? That's the book. It's out already. I didn't pick it up. Thank you, Cranberry Landers. Have you seen that there's a work in progress version of it? Yes. I think you stepped away to your meeting. It's coming out. I'm so excited about that. Supergirl Compact is terrible. Really? Like the story? Oh, the text is too small. Yeah. That's the problem with just reformatting those versions at a smaller size. That's why I wouldn't pick up like Dark Knight in that size, even though they have it, or what's the other one? Watchmen at that size. It's like too small. It takes away from the experience. I had the opportunity to buy this work in progress and my local shop could not order in. Bummer. Rocky doesn't care if he can read the text. The important question is, does it lack any color? Krem looked nothing like his comic counterpart in the movie. I heard he looked like a Guardians of the Galaxy character. Hopefully not Mr. In-Between Ray Jeffrey. Mr. In-Between Ray Jeffrey. Am I late to the stream? Twin Snake Jake? A little bit. But good seeing you nonetheless. Thanks for coming, Twin Snake Jake. There's no such thing as late. That's right. There is absolutely no such thing as late here. That happens. That happens on my stream. Okay, everybody hit that like, because we're about to get to voting. How do we do this? Oh yeah, this is how we do it. Okay, so I have to warn you guys. See how short that is? Aw, so sad. Mystery unboxing. Oh yeah, I'll add that in here. Let me edit this for a second. Edit. Oh wait. Let me switch. Nope. It's not shooting at that. Animal Man. I'm gonna put in volume 3. I'm gonna put in Cranberry Langer's book that he sent me, which was very kind of him. Okay, so here are the books today for the vote. I'll do a really quick recap and then we'll get to the vote. Animal Man Volume 3. This was sent to me by Cranberry Langers. The writer is Jeff Lemire, artist Stephen Pugh. I've read Volume 1 and 2. They're quite engaging and very dark, kind of spirit magic. I don't want to say Native American, but they did kind of have this like spirit animal vibe to them. So really cool kind of take on Animal Man. This is the continuing volume because I read volume 1 and 2. Second book is Absolute Martian Manhunter, number 12. This is the last of the series, written by Denise Camp and Javier Rodriguez is on art. Trippy, wild, crazy art. Warbird number 0. This is a preview of a new series coming out from Bad Idea Comics with Derek Kolstad and Robert Venditti are the writers on it. Kolstad is part of the John Wick, one of the writers of John Wick. Jesse Lonergan, who is the artist on Drome, that book I mentioned, does the preview art on this. Pretty cool. Little, I don't know how many pages that was. Comics, the magazine, number 5. The latest in this news magazine about comics. All sorts of fun stuff in here, including a preview of John Cusack's new book, Momo. And an interview with Mark Spears, the artist on Monsters and upcoming Spawn 77. And then finally, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, Work in Progress. Look how huge this thing is. Work in Progress is equivalent to an artist edition of the first issue of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. Love that. I vote no vote. Mr. Monkey Boy, not impressed at all. The single issue voter, no double votes. Vote only once. Bob Biggs Burgers, fashionably late. Let me get the link here. Copy. Okay, I'm posting the link in chat. It is live now. So while you guys do that, while you start... Oh, whoops, sorry, I pinned the wrong thing. Sorry, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. While you guys vote, I will warn you that I did a lot of soul searching and digging. And as much as I love the polls tying, I did have to come up with a little answer to that. So maybe we won't see that today. Look at those votes. Welcome, Warbird just jumped ahead. That's awesome. That was not what I was expecting at all. But yeah, I got a little thing in my back pocket to potentially push the tie along if we need to vote it, if we need to use it. Mo Big says, I'm voting for Animal Man, but who will tie it? Slim pickings this week. It was a little bit slim pickings, but hopefully there was enough, not necessarily enough to like get an exciting vote, but hopefully there's just enough comics, news, information that you guys got out there. Poll site blocks multiple votes for a single IP anyway. No confidence. A story of Gilgamesh giving Amanda a tenderloin. Yikes. I could just put any kind of random words in front of you guys and you can make it inappropriate. That's amazing. A comb. Fourth wall buster. To break the tie. So far, so good. Total votes, 8 votes. 4 votes. Warbird number, say that 5 times. Warbird number 0. Amazing. Absolute Martian Manhunter number 12 got 2 votes. Animal Man 1 vote. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow got 1 vote. I would vote for Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. A phone. It's not who votes that counts. It's who counts the votes. Very astute. We should do a poll on what he has in his pocket. For somebody named Twin Snake Jake, that's a bold ask. Squishy toy. No, I got nothing in my pockets right now. What else can I show you guys while you guys continue voting? Oh, are you guys fans of... Maybe I should have been part of the poll. I'll save it for next week. Yeah, I'll save it for next week. It's pretty good. Something I borrowed from my library. Yeah. There. Thought I lost my light back there. The only silver lining is Comics the Magazine got well-deserved 0 votes. Absolute Martian Manhunter is creeping up there. 9 votes. Let's see. The cool thing about this is I can see... Yep, X still says 3. 12 people watching right now. 3 people on X watching right now still. Twin Snake is my favorite Metal Gear Solid. Twin Snake. Mark's Music Obsession dropped the link for my Fourth Wall page, which I appreciate, Mark's Music Obsession. I just posted, and I think, Mark, you saw this. I just posted the high-res scans of my Jack Kirby Master Study, which is exclusive to Fourth Wall. If you are a Fourth Wall member, you can get access to that. And obviously, once the inks are done, I will post those as well. But I just posted the pencils up in there. So check that out if you are part of Fourth Wall. I was thinking of sending you a video of that same guy again singing about Gilgamesh again, Michael Bancroft. 2 still haven't voted. I feel like Comrade Sammy. Steampunker is just lurking out there. 5 votes Warbird, 3 votes Absolute Martian Manhunter, 1 vote Animal Man, 1 vote Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Looks like Warbird is going to take it. Half the votes are Warbird. Warbird right now. That's pretty awesome. That wasn't even one that was anywhere near my radar. Rose on Third, are you still out there? Say something in the chat if you are. I have a bit of information for you if you are. 6 votes, 4 votes. Wow, these are coming in, sliding in. 10, 12 votes total. That's awesome, guys. But Warbird, dang nabbit, Warbird seems to have commandeered 50% of the votes, no matter how many votes we have. Is always taking that 50%. X unsubbed me from you, or you blocked me. What? Rose on Third is still here. Nice. Rose on Third, I heard back from my wife. She said she watched Royal Nemesis and she didn't like it that much. She just finished it. She's asking, why are you asking me this? So, yeah, I can get recommendations from her to give to you if you want to. I can be the middleman. Wait, what was I going to look up? Something. Oh, unsubbed you. What? Okay, let me look. Oh my gosh, my cat is starting to chomp at the bit. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I just got like this crazy verification thing. My cat's meowing at me. Oh, is that right? Okay. So what? I didn't block you. Did I? It says you're following me. Evening all. Michelle's here. What's up, Michelle? Where are you? Good seeing you here, Michelle. Busy but saying hey. Thank you for saying hey. It looks like Warbird's got it, guys. 6 votes. Oops, stay frosty. 6 votes Warbird. 4 votes Absolute Martian Manhunter. 1 vote Animal Man. Supergirl, 1 vote. It looks like Warbird's got it. Australia has voted. Nice. I see Warbird has the Biden buffer. What? Guys, I understand that Absolute Martian Manhunter is the dregs of the already bottom-feeding Absolute line, but let's get that tie. Wow, was it that important? No. I like most of it, but there was one plot point I wasn't a fan of. All right. Yeah, it's got to end. If it makes it on my wife's radar, it's got to have a romance in it. It's got a love story. It's got to end happy. That's about it. And the people have to be like attractive actors. That's about it. Those are all qualities or all check boxes that don't really work for the shows that I watch. So I got that. You fixed it, Mr. Monkey Boy 90. Okay, cool. It doesn't look like you're blocked on my side. But yeah, okay, it says you followed me again. So maybe you unfollowed me. Rose on Third says I'm pretty limited to dub things. Oh, dub things. Yeah, I think my wife watches them with subtitles. I think. All right, I'm calling it. Wait, where is my poll? Here. 6 votes, 4 votes. It looks like Warbird. We have an unusual winner this week, you guys. An unusual winner. Warbird, number 0. Even though things were a little thin, Warbird got 6 votes, which is a lot for my polls. So congratulations, Warbird. Live to fight another day. Warbird number 0. I'll be interested to see. I'm not a huge fan of Alex Maleev's work. He's been working in the industry for a long time. He's got kind of this somewhat photo-referenced style, not like super photo, like it's very gestural, if I'm thinking about the right person. Yeah, it's kind of like a painterly stuff. He's done work on, that's right, Daredevil, Moon Knight, Bulgarian. Didn't know that. They said they used a lot of Maleev's art as a kind of a guidepost for the Daredevil television series. He's good, but just not my kind of flavor. So yeah, we'll see. I would have preferred it if Jesse Lonergan was the artist on the regular artist on this, but maybe he's working on something else because he's good. I'm kind of getting into his work, and for sure, this has been an eye opener as far as the kind of artist he is. I definitely want to do like a longer pre-recorded video, like a edited video for Drome. I haven't done an edited video in a while, and this book kind of deserves it. This is hard to encapsulate in a live stream of me just flipping through it. It's more like I got to sit down and talk about the things that work and that I like in this book. So stay tuned for that. I just got to sit down and do it. But yeah, he's good. He's an artist to watch. Jesse Lonergan. All right. Twin Snake Jake says, I demand a recount. I'll double check it. Yeah. We're the same. 6411. Mark's Music Confession voted Warbird number 0. Awesome. You can go away this stream feeling like your vote matters, which it always does. But today it won. I voted for Animal Man. I regret it only because it cost us the tie. Mobig says. Rose on Third says decent criteria. That's kind of the criteria for K-pop or K-dramas. So yeah, it kind of works. My cat is asking for food. A sad day for democracy, Michael Bancroft says. Yeah. Bancroft, I will assure you my vote for the Lucent if you send it to him. Nice. Any reliable online retailers for new comics? I just asked a friend about this. I don't buy comics online that much. So for back issues, I recommend a website called My Comic Shop. Very easy name to remember. mycomicshop.com. For graphic novels, I recommend a couple places. One is, Amazon's always great to look up. Cheapgraphicnovels.com is a really good site, as is In Stock Trades. Is that the right name? In Stock. Yeah, InStockTrades.com is great for graphic novels as well. They got great discounts on both of those sites. For current books, oh, and that's what you asked. New comics. For current books, it depends on how much you order because you always have to pay shipping. So one of my friends recommended a place called M&M Comic Service. No relation to Mark or Michelle. Let me see if I can find the proper website. So it's called, the website is mmcomics.com. All one word, mmcomics.com. They recommended that. He's ordered from them before, but I think he's ordered enough that he didn't have to pay an exorbitant amount of shipping. And then I know Midtown Comics, you can order from that New York shop, but again, you kind of have to hit a certain amount before you pay crazy shipping costs. So it just depends. But that's a great question, Twin Snake Jake. Can you not DM on X anymore? Me? Can I not DM on X anymore? I don't know. I just sent you a DM. Can you? Did you get that? Oh, but then there's another account here. Did you get another account? Let me know if you got that, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Bancroft should send Rocky the Lucent and Crown. He prefers his comics unfinished. No surprise that Rocky doesn't order comics online. He can't go out to check his mail without passing 3 comic shops. Shipping from Australia is always fun. Went surprisingly smooth this time around. Nice. LAX put a rush on international shipments to get all the extra ballots in Mars Music. Or did they? Seems like apparently you can... Mail-in ballots could come in whenever the heck they want. Mark's Music Obsession just sent me a date. Yeah, I got it. It said testing for MMB. But I just wrote to one account that I thought you were part of and another account that you thought you were part of. Maybe you blocked me, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. This is all like, this is all exciting. Yeah, I don't know. Hello. All right. I guess we won't have to let everybody just hang around and watch me figure out technical issues. We could try and we'll just keep trying, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Hopefully you can get my message. I didn't block you though, so hopefully you can get my message sometime in this. Thanks. Closest shop to me is a bit of a drive. Twin Snake Jake says. Understandable. Yeah. So check out those sites. Especially if you want physical issues. I'll keep an eye out if I hear of anything else as far as who ships comics, but I think you have to order enough. For me, it's like the shipping thing. Like they give good discounts, but then if you're not ordering enough to get free shipping, then it almost obliterates the discount that you might get. So yeah. I know. You guys are still here. You guys are awesome. Winner chicken dinner for everybody.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Thanks you guys for joining me. Thanks for this crazy Wednesday. I loved going through this stuff with you. Going all these weird, like not sequential kind of odd finds this week would have been not as satisfying if it was just by myself. So thanks. Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys again soon. Next time, hopefully we'll get another master study in really before next Wednesday. I would love to do that because, yeah, it's coming to a good spot, and I just want to see it done. And it's coming along great. It's been a really fun study to do with Master Kirby, with Jack Kirby. So hopefully keep your notifications turned on for that. Otherwise, have a great weekend. Have a great July 4th, 250 years of this great country we call the United States of America. We will be celebrating that this weekend. Hopefully nobody blows off any fingers in the process, but eat lots of barbecue, enjoy the weather, enjoy your family and company. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, to my channel. I would appreciate it. We are at 709 subscribers. We got enough members to get that cool lickle emoji. Oh, looks like we're at 710 subscribers now. Thank you, whoever that last subscriber was. And what was that? Mr. Monkey Boy. Oh, sorry. Michael Bancroft, are you streaming later today? Did you just send me a link? Yes. Mr. Okay, let me look it up. Before I go, edit video. We'll shoot people over to Bancroft stream. If I can remember how to do this. Here it is. I just saw it. Here we go. I'll shoot people off to Bancroft stream, which is happening at 7 p.m. So in an hour. Go join Bancroft stream. Oh, my phone's ringing. I gotta go. Okay, everybody. See you later. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, so rice.